Good morning, pretty purple people.
VM, everyone. Hey, Rock. How you doing this morning?
Doing good, man, except for that Michael called me when I was trying to go to bed to get ready for the show to get some sleep. Called me at midnight, and we were on an important call for like over an hour. But other than that, great.
Nice.
He calls me at midnight, man, and I'm getting in the shower before I go to bed. And I declined the call, and I'm going to text him and say, hey, what's going on? And he calls me again. It's past midnight, man.
Yeah, you're talking about Michael Wynn, right?
Yeah. We're I guess we're too good of friends that he thinks it's okay to call me at midnight when I decline the call.
Yeah, he called me at midnight also. So I had a late night call as well. There's some like business stuff that he was talking about, but yeah, it was a good call though. It was all interesting.
Nice. Yeah, it actually. Yeah, he must have called you before me because mine was probably like maybe 12:30, I think. Anyways, here, let's put on a little song here while we wait for people to flow in. Yeah.
Do got their hand up here. Hey, is this Morph?
Yes, so I'm wondering, I thought this was a Polygon show, why we have Ordinals stealing the show. Since when Ordinals stealing the show? kind of messed with my head a little bit, so.
We got Ordinals on Polygon now, so.
We totally intended to mess with everyone's head, get people into the show. But good times. I think we're still adding a couple more people. So, Rock, you were just wanting to play a song?
Yep.
Okay.
Here we go. 1 second. All right, let's get started.
Let's go. All right, so NFTs are so back, and I have Draco's post in the Jumbotron up above, talking about all the good things happening on Polygon. I know recently the Matic Man had a mint sellout on Polygon, and there seems to be volume increasing for NFTs on Polygon. So we're going to be talking about all this stuff today and tapping into the great minds on the panel here today as well. So, Brock, should we go ahead and start introducing people, or what do you feel?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so this was a much oversubscribed episode. There's a ton of guests, brilliant minds that want to join the show today. So we might go a little bit quicker through the panels today. But I guess with the introductions, we'll want to do like 30-second to a minute introductions, like those elevator kind of introductions. Hi, how are you? And what are you doing in the space? And then we'll jump right into the questions. I wanted to thank Polygon, as always, for being here with us and all the great work they do with us to kick these shows off. And yeah, we actually have Smokey here from Polygon, so let's go ahead and start with Smokey with introductions.
Good morning. My name is Smokey. I am the community manager at Polygon Labs. I've been there for about 10 months now. But when I first started at Polygon, I was originally hired with Rainy Reese down there. And we were hired for the purpose of uh, helping to develop the NFT community. I was specifically focused on developing spaces culture. And yeah, so that was really fun. Right after Utes bridged over and there was an explosion in attention on the Polygon ecosystem. It was quite a fun time to see all of the projects pop up and some massive liquidity inflow. So thanks for having me up, guys.
Yeah, and you've already, I guess you started at Polygon with a bang, so it's really great to have you here, Smokey. And I noticed that you are a quite the like KOL within the industry, and you have a lot of respect from a lot of NFT people across various ecosystems. So can't wait to tap into your brain and see what you think about some of these questions. But yeah, let's go ahead and pass the mic on over to Do.
Hi, it's Boss speaking. Hi, thank you, Aztec and QuickSwap for having me on today. Do is the biggest NFT marketplace, also a launchpad on Polygon. Everyone knows Do. So yeah, we're here. Our objectives very clear. We're trying our best to push forward Polygon NFT ecosystem to expand further and to get bigger, getting everyone involved on Polygon NFTs. Doesn't matter gaming or NFT profile pic project. So yeah, we're here for the win. Thank you so much.
Awesome. I love that positivity. And I'm just going left to right on my screen, how I always do. Let's go ahead and pass the mic on over to the Gone Bros.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Yeah, this is the Gone team. Appreciate the QuickSwap space. Appreciate Polygon and everybody coming out to host this. We're Gone. We aim to be the biggest and baddest meme coin on Polygon. Recently passed 30 days of since the launch of the token, the fair launch on QuickSwap. I'll pin up a speed run of our accomplishments. There's been a lot of them, too many to really go through. But if you want to take a look at those, you can. And really, our mission statement is just sort of to bring back a little fun and excitement, and and some humor and some life and some juice back to Polygon. We've had some success with that, I think. And then at the same time as well, we've got funny community contributors and meme games and stuff. There's a lot of people on the team working to do some pretty awesome technical things, which the technical side of Polygon is always very positive, very bullish. Lots of great things going on with ZK, EVM, etc. The CDK, all that stuff. So while we do some funny memes, we also recently had our application to run a validator for the Polygon POS network approved. So we're going through the process with that. So we're here to have fun. We're here to support the community. We're here to engage the community. We're here to bring attention and some juice from outside eyes here to our beautiful purple chain. And yeah, that's it. We appreciate you, and we really appreciate the whole ecosystem, and we're going to do our best to make it fun and to make it to grow it out. So that's it. That's it. I'm gone. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I love it. I can tell you guys are here for the long run. You guys have a validator now, so congratulations on that. And I seen some Gone Burbs recently on the timeline. I don't think that's you guys specifically, right? That's just a fan or something.
No, so it's not. Gone Burbs is actually, by the way, Gone Burbs is run by the team behind Untamed Elephants on Polygon, on Ethereum. They're an OG NFT collection on Ethereum. They're like from 2021. So no, they're actually run by a much better team than if it was run by the interns at Gone. No, they're great. Adam's a great guy. They're minting on Moonflow. I think there's still about half the supply left, but doing really well minting in Gone. But yeah, Gone Burbs is a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, it's all fun. You guys bring a lot of fun. So yeah, great to have you here on the panel. And let's go ahead and pass the mic on over to James from Power Packs. Now, you guys just started your mint yesterday, I believe. And last we were talking, I think you have a video that you might be releasing today. Have you already released that, James?
Hey guys, this is actually Catch from Power Packs, and yes, we did release it this morning. And real quick, before I kind of share it up there, thank you to the Polygon community. We are probably the newest here. We kind of started hanging out around November. Had great welcoming from the whole team, as well as Stu and Smokey and all them and Reese. And so, yeah, this morning we released a video, and we want to premiere it here this morning. We began our minting yesterday, and just real quick, before we kind of share the video. The vision for Power Packs as part of 24/7 Comics ecosystem. We are a community-owned brand, and we are here to empower creators to shape authentic cultural blueprints. And ultimately, the goal is to become a global IP powerhouse through collaborative storytelling. And for us, I think when we talk about comics, it's no secret that it's an industry that's stuck in the past. So we're really here to leverage the technology that Polygon provides to spread out the opportunities and resources so that creators can thrive. So with that said, we're going to share a little video up on the billboard, and then we could talk more about it later.
Definitely. Sounds awesome. I love the artwork. I'm big on the kind of like comics and manga. And I noticed that you guys have you have a great artist, and you have some big names from like the gaming industry involved. So I definitely, it caught my interest. So I need to go check out and pick up a Power Pack. But yeah, welcome to the Polygon ecosystem. Let's go ahead and pass the mic on over to my good friend Brandoff. What's up, bro?
Hey, Aztec. How you doing, buddy? Hello, everyone. I'm Brandolph. I run the Chads project on Polygon. This started as a loose group, consortium, if you will, of founders and good people. After a year and a half doing NFTs, I realized I needed a better community to participate in. And so we work to provide access to resources for good people out here, with the hope that it's more, by and large, relatively safe, and helping to identify where the good ones are, so that people can, enjoy the culture, enjoy the NFTs, and, try and stay in good places where they're not going to see their money just go down the drain. So we help people collaborate and work together and build networks on Polygon, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's awesome to have you here, Brandoff, the wizard, the great wizard. Brandoff, I thought you had a new PFP. Did you change it?
If you
I did. On Spaces, it doesn't always show up right away, but I did change that like 20 minutes ago. And
I was like, I
Rock.
thought I saw you. I was like, how did it update twice like that? I don't think you need to do that. Okay.
No, and somehow it's still showing the blue check. But when I came to Polygon, I was forward presenting as a purple wizard emoji. And this one was hand drawn by one of the artists on our project, Paul Gore. And couldn't be more excited to have a bespoke custom purple wizard to rock out here on the timeline. So I'm really excited for it. Thank you.
Yeah, Aztec, for me, I went to his profile and then it showed on his profile, like updated right in front of me. And then when I came back to the space, it updated on the space. So that might help.
That's the trick.
Listeners who are not seeing the new PFP if they're interested.
Got it. Yeah, because I was in some different Polygon chats, and I'm pretty sure I saw Brandoff say, "Hey, new PFP" or something like that, and it looked really vibrant and really nice and all that, and then I see his former PFP, which is also really awesome, Drill Club, but it just confused me for a second. Good times. All right, let's go ahead and pass the mic. Awesome to have you here, Brandoff, and I know you're going to take over for a segment, a Coliseum segment later on. But let's go ahead and pass the mic on over to Seon Pepe.
Let's go. Hey, what's up, everyone? This
is
Jordan behind the Seon Pepe account this morning. It's just grateful to be here with all our Purple fam. Seon Pepe is the most powerful meme coin on Polygon, and we're developing all kinds of. We're doing NFTs, we're doing games. We've got so much that's coming right now. Right now, we do have a mint that's going on Comet, and those mint balls you can actually stake them, station mint balls, and you get a share of the 1% of a part of our 3% tax that we have buy and sell on our coin. And so it's probably one of the most valuable utilities we can give, and we've already given about $10,000 in rewards just in the last 2 weeks. So definitely get those station mint balls if you're looking for something new to get engaged with and have a valuable utility. But I'm gonna wake everyone up real quick. I'm just gonna do a Kamehameha and we'll get going. Kamehameha! All right, let's go, Polygon. Let's go, fam.
Yeah.
Was that you doing that?
Yes, brother.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
How long have you been practicing that this morning?
Well, I practice it all the time, man.
I think I actually
feel like
this.
That's something you have to like drink tea for and like warm up your vocals.
I noticed this the other day, but if you actually look at the Seon Pepe token contract, that you can write a Kamehameha onto the blockchain. If you go on Polygon Scan, check out the contract, go to write, you can write a Kamehameha right onto the blockchain.
Yes, you can. Yes, you
That's
can.
awesome.
We got some really cool stuff coming for Polygon the next few weeks here. We're dropping a spirit bomb. That's all I'm going to say.
Welcome to Darren's Weird Facts.
Good times. Well, awesome, brother. And I need to check out the you're calling them what are the balls again? They're like what's the name of it?
Station mint balls or mint balls on Comet. Yeah, you can find them on our website at seonpepe.xyz, and you can mint them for 7 Matic, and they're about 30% minted out right now.
Wow, that's actually a good price as well. So awesome, man. All right, well, it's great to have you here like always, and we'll try to pass the mic here on over to, is this Tina from Boomerang?
Good morning. Yes, it's Tina. founder of Boomerang, and for everybody else, Boomerang Protocol enables the Polygon community to reach out to any wallet address that they like through customizable disappearing NFTs as a message, and many more tools helping with community and DAO management, such as ticketing, token gated access, and things like that. So we're excited to keep innovating for the Polygon community and bring tools that might help your daily life.
Awesome. We love having you here, Tina. And yeah, your project is very interesting. I think there's some really cool applications, like I've said in the past, especially like on the marketing side and, of course, on the wallet side. But yeah, great to have you here to pick your brain. And let's go ahead and pass the mic on over to 2 Cent Timmy. Am I saying that right, brother? Is that how you would say it?
You got it. Yes. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Super happy to be here. So I am 2 Cent Timmy. Basically, I am the co-founder of Bitcoin, which is a meme token. But I'm here today to talk about Reddit avatars. Bitcoin was born out of Reddit avatar NFTs. I am a big collector, huge fan. I am not one of the artists, but I could be your resident historian for the day, and just super excited to talk about it. I come from the Reddit Web3 space, so a little bit different, I think, than most of the people here. So it's a very different perspective, and it'll be a whole bunch of fun to share the space with you all.
So what is so you kind of explained, there's a bit of a difference there. What is the difference?
I would say on Twitter or X, it's the public square. Everyone can talk, everyone has a voice. And in Reddit communities, a lot of it is siloed into their own subreddit. So people go to the subreddit they want to see, and then they can interact, I would say, with like-minded people there. And then just, I would say, slight differences as far as there's more moderation on Reddit, I would say, especially with the upvote and downvote feature as opposed to just liking. It's harder, I would say, a little bit harder to be super amplified as far as reposts and things like that. So there are slight differences. I would say the big thing is it's not a drastic change, but Reddit people, I would say, are more Web 2 native people, whereas the people on crypto Twitter are Web 3 native people. And one of the things that we're trying to do at Bitcoin is make that transition from Web 2 to Web 3 a very seamless user experience, so that they recognize the technology is better and they enjoy it more without really having to understand the technicals behind it.
Got it. And Smokey, I see your hand up, brother. I forgot to say this in the beginning of the show. Here at All Roads Lead to Polygon, no one has to raise their hand. Just jump in, on the questions and the conversation.
Perfect, man. Yeah, I just wanted to chime in a little bit. I've been rooting around in the Avatar community for quite a while now. Basically since coming on to Polygon, and it's been one of the most fascinating, like, I don't know, things for me to watch. Like a community that is, developed, around NFTs. I know we call them avatars, but they are NFTs, right? They're on-chain PFP art, right? And I think like the most major difference that I've seen is how tight knit, first of all, the community is, and then the types of principles that they abide by. And I think like the number one thing that I've seen with the avatars is the protection of the artists. And it's like so like the order of importance that I've seen within the avatar space is art, right? Community, the artists, and then speculation is like last. That's like the last thing that community is worried about. Where within the general NFT PFP community, it's opposite, right? Speculation drives, the entire community. So, I mean, if you ever wanna see, a community that's kind of flipped on its head comparatively to the general NFT PFP community, like it is, I mean, I don't know.
Just to
I weird
clarify
out
real
about stuff like
quick,
that.
Smokey, just to clarify, what do you mean by like the protection of the artists? Yeah, what do you mean by that?
So let's say that there's a marketplace that does not support royalties. The avatar community will say, hey, we are not using this marketplace. Like, period. Nobody use it, because they are very, very adamant about protecting the artists within the Reddit artists program. I mean, there's not really that many. So, yeah, that is, it's not
Got
like
it.
that within the general NFT community. Like people, a lot of people like kind of like, oh, we care about royalties, but like they,
When we did make this transition, it was a very conscious decision to operate differently and more for the long haul. Operating parallel alongside what we're doing Web3, we also make ourselves very present at Comic Cons. And within the Comic Cons over 2023, we collect over 1,000 email addresses. And we think about them all the time and we communicate with them. And one of the things that we want to do is onboard them into Web3 seamlessly. And we just didn't feel comfortable doing that on layer one. So when we came onto Polygon, everything Smokey said was like music to our ears. You guys see Stones in the audience. Him and I would like get off these calls with community members, and we were like, "Is this for real? Is this for real?" It was like a dream come true, just being next to all you guys and building. So we're here. We're here to stay, and we have a long term vision. We feel like everyone here is so aligned, and that's why we're committed to the community and we're inspired by the community. So.
I just want
Love
to
to
add
hear it.
to what Smokey was saying about artists first too. I think one thing that Reddit did from the start is that it was an 80-20 split to the artists as far as primary sales, and then secondary sales were a 50-50 split. So artists who weren't even native to Web3, didn't know much, were going, this is the best deal I've ever gotten. So I give Reddit a whole bunch of props for really. Reddit put the artist first, and then the community kind of followed that initiative, and it's been a whole bunch of fun with the community of artists.
Yeah, I dig it. So, guys, let's start off with this. We got a bunch of people that on this panel that are deep into NFTs, have a ton of valuable knowledge. Now, this isn't even one of my scripted questions to give you guys, but you guys made me think about this. It comes up a lot in ideation how important culture is for NFTs, and I'm wondering, from your guys' perspective, anyone can jump in on this. Just how important is culture, and like how do you build that effectively into a project?
Hey, Aztec, this is James. I don't know if we've met before. I'm head of growth for Find Satoshi Lab. We're the company behind Steppen, More, and Gas Hero. We've had so much fun launching Gas Hero on Polygon over the last, I guess, a little bit more than 2 weeks ago now. Just a little bit over $126 million in trading volume since Gas Hero started. We represent currently the top 6 out of the top 10 collections traded on Polygon. I think culture and community is everything with these games. If I were to point to one thing that led to our successful launch, it was having over 5.4 million registered users with Steppen across 3 different blockchains and giving away every single NFT that's in Gas Hero for free to that community, going out and empowering that community, having them design the characters within Gas Hero, paying them a percentage of the royalties for those characters, launching a game with an established community and having a game that works. I think that's everything in successful launches.
I just can I chime in here? Yeah, man. I mean, It is.
Yeah,
It
guys,
is.
please take over, guys. You know, you don't have to raise your hand; just jump in when you can. And we just like to have a free flowing conversation, so feel free. I sometimes the space is rug, and you see hands up that really aren't up, and the panel switches around, so it just makes it easier for people just to jump in, you know.
Right on. Yeah. Well, I mean, having I've seen a lot of stuff within the NFT space across multiple chains. And I wasn't too involved, with Steppen when it came, was really gaining some traction over on Solana, but I was pretty heavily involved in the Solana ecosystem at that time. So I remember everybody talking about it. People were going nuts about it. Getting like $80 to go on a walk. Like it was nuts. Like people, it was like the DApp that was able to onboard your grandma, right? And that is, I don't that is some crazy stuff, but yeah, I just want to, give a big kudos to James and the Gas Hero team. I've been able to kind of, meet with them, and I think that they do, first of all, like a lot of things right with onboarding. I think that they have a massive Web 2 audience, right? And they've abstracted away a lot of the things that have to do with the blockchain, right? And I think if you want to onboard a lot of Web 2 users, that is what you need to do, right? It's very difficult for people to come in and have all this friction within the user journey of saying, oh, well, you got to have this, and then you got to be careful not to get rugged and all of your NFTs stolen from you, right? And then so if you kind of take away a lot of those difficult, just like Reddit avatars did, right? They abstracted away the blockchain completely to the point to where people didn't know that avatars were NFTs or on the blockchain. They're like, it's kind of fun because there's some saying not nice things about NFTs with a Reddit avatar or PFP. I always enjoy that. That's one of my favorite things. But yeah, I just wanted to give a big kudos, and I think also though something something to think about. I think the onboarding was really impressive. But then I think there's two other things that I watched James do and the Gas Hero team do, which I think really contribute to a highly successful project. And I'm actually like writing up a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna start putting it out for different projects. But I think the content creation team that they've created with their ambassador team is so important, right? You can't just be yourself out there as a founder, singing the praises of your project. Like you need to have like a core, ambassador team, whatever you want to do, whether it's organic or you hire these people that are out there creating content about your project, right? Helping to push the vision forward. Uh, and then, and then beyond that, I think one of the most impressive things that I've seen is even after all of this success, being one of the most successful projects ever, right? On really any chain, James is still going around to all the different spaces within Polygon to understand the ecosystem, right? I mean, it's probably around $100 million in volume that Gas Hero has done, and James is sitting in on a space with 8 people in it. So it's like, yeah, if you want to see how it's done with community engagement, that is how it's done.
Yeah, I love when people, projects, I should say, continue to grind and care about the community, and really just focus on all the communities, small and large. I think that's definitely part of Polygon culture as well, and
Yeah.
so it's exciting to see that. Yeah, what's up?
If I had to do a little rewind, I remember Smokey and I, we have really good relationship with well, on my side would be Ethereum community, and Smokey would be Solana. So we both of us really grinding our ass off trying to get people connected between Polygon and Ethereum and Polygon and Solana, so that because I always, like, it's been months, 4 or 5 months, I've always been encouraged people to go multi-chain because it's really healthy for the market. First of all, liquidity flowing around, and NFT ecosystem can grow no matter you're on Polygon, Solana, or Ethereum, so that can make like spot or perpetual market. So we saw a couple NFT perpetual markets happening, especially on Ethereum or Solana. We haven't seen on Polygon yet, but when we encourage people to go multi-chains, it's better for the market that way, because we can see a lot of money flowing around back and forth. It's really healthy. So yeah, I think it's a really good chance that now we start seeing it paying off. So a lot of people are on Polygon right now trying to invest in their next profile pic or gaming project, and people see a potential in here, and even like creating content. So if I remember correctly, content on Polygon like 4 or 5 months ago wasn't as good as it is now, but thanks to a lot of people on here, I give a hand of applause to, especially my team, that we trying so hard to push contents, work with top creators to push out Polygon gaming and NFT content, and also shout out to the D5 teams as well, especially QuickSwap and TimeSwap. That are like trying our best. So yeah, I think we start seeing things paying off, and it's just the best for our ecosystem.
I have to agree. I've been here a long time from the very beginning, and content just keeps getting better and better. And there's plenty of amazing teams that have really rich culture, and they're out there every day, you know, posting. Obviously, the Gone guys have really contributed to that recently, but do more if you guys have been posting all kinds of really great memes and stuff for a long time as well. So yeah, I love when I see teams really contribute. Obviously, you know, QuickSwap is part of the culture as well. But anyways, does anyone else want to kind of jump on that culture question, or
Yep.
I can switch the question?
Yep, I do. You said the name, so it's sort of like Beetlejuice, and I appear. But no, I appreciate.
Lol.
I appreciate that.
Nerd.
No, I wanted to talk about community. I could talk about NFT community. This morning in the Polygon Hangout, we were talking about how there's a lot of other layer twos on their chain spinning up, like Say's getting big traction and everything. And I think the one benefit here on Polygon we have is the community and the true community. I wanted to give some props out to both Timmy. We were talking about Reddit. Timmy and the Bitcoin boys have been great to Gone. It helped us set up our own our faucet and tipping bot in Gone on Reddit. Really, like, and I also wanted to give some props to Jordan. Jordan saying Pepe been great to us and helped us out early. And QuickSwap obviously has been great to us too. So I think that's the one benefit we really have on Polygon. Both of those projects should have been completely hesitant and seen Gone as competition, but that's not really what it is. There's liquidity on Polygon, and there's a team vibe and a community vibe and an ecosystem vibe, but a lot of that is siloed to individual small niche communities. So really, and it's, besides having fun and doing great memes, one of the core tenets that was from all of the interns and potatoes that formed Gone is engendering and supporting the breaking of siloed engagement and siloed engagement and sharing of resources, ideas. So we really appreciate. We really appreciate. I don't know. I know it looks funny and it looks easy, but there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes. I'm sure both Timmy and Jordan will attest to that. So we really appreciate when whether a platform integrating organically, like the way One Planet did with Gone, just an incredible integration. They said, yeah, we'll do it, and they rolled this whole campaign and stuff. So we appreciate everyone that's been welcoming to us on Polygon. I think that is our true strength. Is a rising tide really we say that a lot, but a rising tide really does raise all ships, and that is our greatest strength. cultivate that in a true. Yeah. Definitely appreciate both of them. Really do appreciate that. Appreciate you guys so much.
We started breaking up right at the very end, at least for me. I'm not sure for other people, but I 100% agree with you. I love that Polygon as an ecosystem, for the most part, works together and supports each other, and that's such a great thing. So I think if you're new to Polygon, if you are starting something, or you just, I mean, maybe you've been here for a while and you're just looking for some allies, you can honestly just reach out to some of the leaders and around the ecosystem, the KOLs, the other projects, and just say, hey, what are you guys doing? And you'll probably get some decent support. There's a ton of projects coming to Polygon, and I think it's very challenging for like labs to just perfectly, take care of every project. But the thing is that we have an entire ecosystem of, decentralized people here and family, and there's plenty of people just willing to help. And I love that about Polygon. I don't see that as much in other ecosystems that I've, personally been part of. So I have to give kudos to Polygon for that.
Yeah, I think the culture side of things, Gon, you literally took like the words out of my mind when you said rising tide lifts all boats. You see that being said a lot in Web3. I think that's one of the first things that probably attracted a lot of us. But in practice, I feel like Polygon is literally that. And often you kind of just see communities and culture, what's being done versus what's being said. And I feel like Polygon is really living through that. I think even for us, like for example, like going on layer one, it's all about this whole like, minting out, minting out, minting out. I think for us, we've always kind of saw our launches feeling more like a Kickstarter. Over time, really having a supply that's truly collectible, selling to the right folks. And so even yesterday, as we kind of started our sale, a lot of our layer one folks who came over was like, "Oh man, it's not minting out. What's going on?" But everyone here was like, "Hey, don't worry, it's gonna happen over the next few weeks. We'll just keep like working it, keep talking to the community, sharing what you guys do." And we feel like this is gonna be a process that's gonna help us build a much solid culture and more sustainable community than having a bunch of folks come in, chit chatty, and then disappear overnight, right? And we've seen that a few times already when we did our launches in layer one. So we are super excited, and I think even for us, long-term wise, in scaling to a bigger vision and being mainstream and really building this kind of trust with our creators, this is the way. I think there's no other way at this point. After looking at a bunch of other layer twos, and then finally making a decision towards Polygon, if we want to create an ecosystem where we are able to help these creators redefine their positioning in the creator economy, it is through a culture like this that we could do. Because now, Sean Chen, who was at in Marvel DC for 30 plus years, he stepped away for a number of years because he didn't feel like he said this. He said he felt like he was in a 20-year prison with the love of his life, where there was nowhere else where this love exists, but he had to work in it because it's just the way the system is. But at the end of the day, like, I don't think I'm the only one that says this. The movie studios are running out of IP. Like the Avengers movie was like the last one that did really well, and then everything that has followed has really fallen short. And so when they're running out of IP, it just means that the source material that they were mining from their comic books are not good anymore. And so for us, often I think a lot of folks who minted yesterday came on to 24/7 Comics, read the comic. It's token gated for minters, and once you mint it, you could read the comic. The feedback so far has been amazing. I mean, literally, we had a veteran comic book reviewer come to us and said, "This is one of the greatest comics I've read in a long time, in the last decade." And so we invite you guys to, check out the comic. It's called Evermind, co-creation of Daniel Wu. If you've seen Into the Badlands, Westworld, you've seen him around. And we didn't want this to be just another like plug with him, showing up as a face. He actually came and spoke on the Spaces a couple nights ago, and it shows a true commitment as to us all building this IP together, and we want to invite the community to come along.
Very cool. I saw a couple hands up there. I'm not sure if people want to piggyback off what others have said. Smokey, yeah, you had your hand up, brother.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like having watched like Polygon develop as an NFT ecosystem over this past year, basically like since Christmas, right? Like when Utes was announced and there was a lot of attention, there was a lot of eyeballs put onto the Polygon NFT space, and I think Brandolph and I kind of came in around the same time. I remember when Brandolph reached out to me. I was like, "Hey man, like what's going on over here on Polygon?" And he added me to a group chat, and that ended up becoming the Poly Chads. It's that type of stuff is really cool for me to watch, right? Like the development of like community initiatives where it's just like, oh, it's just like a few people, and then it grows and grows and grows over time, right? But I think like one of the things that I have seen within our ecosystem, first of all, we are very supportive, right? As a community, which I think is fantastic. As far as like the mentorship, right? Person to person, community to community. But I think that has gotten us in a little bit of trouble as well over time, where everyone wanted to support everyone, where it spread liquidity thin, where there just wasn't enough liquidity to be able to support everyone that wanted to come to Polygon. And I think that's just like something that I kind of saw coming, and I was like, I don't think that this can keep going on forever, right? And I think we had like a big explosion of mints that happened, and it was so fun. Like that period of time, like February, March, like that was a wild time on Polygon. You had like Brozo and Alpha and Drill Club. Drill Club was like a free mint. Everybody's like kind of fading it, like whatever, and there's like 10, it was like it wasn't worth that much in the beginning, and then it exploded. Like that was such a fun time, right? But over time I was like, like it just like kept supporting, and I was like, I feel like what's going to happen is liquidity is going to spread thin, and people are going to become unhappy eventually, right? Or there's going to be some discord within the community, right? So I think every community though needs to kind of go through that, like, or something similar as they're maturing as an ecosystem, as there's like liquidity inflows. And it seems like you know people are becoming just much more selective with where they put their liquidity. And I would love to actually hear No Futuristic's take on this, because he's been here a lot longer than I have in seeing kind of like the ups and downs of the overall ecosystem, and just see what he thinks about that.
Heck yeah. Thanks for having me, guys. Yeah, this last year, 2023, like from my perspective, was huge for growth in terms of the community on Polygon. I remember, I've been here since 2021, OG Aavegotchi gang, one of the first community creators for Aavegotchi. And yeah, we were in our own little bubble. We used to host Twitter spaces daily leading up to the launch of the Gotchiverse, and it was always just all gotchis. And then at the beginning of 2023, when the Utes came over, we saw all these new communities spring up. And a lot of these people on stage, I'm proud to call my friends now, people that I didn't know previously that came over from Solana, that gave me exposure to Solana. I mean, I was messing around on testnet Solana way back in the day anyway, but just getting to know all of these cool homies and seeing the birth of this like culture, the PFP culture over here. Because I'll be honest, Aavegotchi never considered itself really a PFP. We're more like gaming, utility stuff. So seeing actual PFP culture come over here has been big. I used to own a Bored Ape Yacht Club. I still own Cool Cats. I own a lot of Ethereum NFTs, and I always assumed and thought of my Ethereum bags as my PFPs, and there was community there and culture. And in the last year, it's really blossomed over here, seeing the Drill Club come up, seeing Alphas come up, seeing Datorians, all these different projects. And I'm not naming all of them because there's so many of them to name. Even seeing RWAs come up with Courtyard and now Power Packs and the community that's coming around. around there, like more of a Web 2 community, it's dope. And it's been a challenge. It has been a challenge because it's hard to build something that wasn't really there before from nothing. But it's happened. People like Smokey out here doing the hard work, Rainy Reese, and just making it work, man. And like, I want to say special shout out to Gone. I'm a Gone potato. I love it. These kind of movements, especially the meme coins, the shit coins in our ecosystem, really do bring culture. We have music popping up around Gone. We have NFT projects popping up around it. And it just makes me very proud to see the growth of this ecosystem as a person who's been here for over 3 years now, just watching it develop and grow. It's just been beautiful.
Totally have to echo your sentiment. And it's great to have you here on the panel, No Futuristic. Is this the first time on All Roads Lead to Polygon?
I think I've been on before, but it probably was a while ago, like a long while ago, because I host the Polygon Hangout with my good friend Van and D Engineer. I don't know if they're both here. I know Van's here, but usually we're in a show early.
Can you shout yourself out, bro? Can you shout yourself out, because you're doing a lot of great work. I see you all the time. Like, I know you're a big part of the Aavegotchi ecosystem. Long time there. But you're also like doing game nights in the Polygon ecosystem. If you could just like take 30 seconds to shill yourself, bro.
Yeah, I am the partnership lead at Orium Network, so I run a weekly game night with the High Seas Pirates, another awesome Polygon community. I'm an NFT rapper. I've been putting out tracks. I've been lazy about it recently, but I've been putting out tracks since 2021. I'm also now the DAO media director. I was funded, me and a group of people were funded by the Aavegotchi DAO to be the IRL events task force called the Gotchi Greeters. So I was at Art Basel. I got to meet Smokey and Rainy Reese. I got to meet Spotty Wi-Fi, who I see is down there in the audience. And yeah, I'm one of the media representatives. I've been a content creator here for almost 3 years, basically streaming almost every day, creating educational content, and just being like, your local Gotchi DJ.
Yeah, I love your content. You got a great beard, and you're always out there. So I think if you guys play games, if you like Aavegotchi, he's definitely someone you got to follow. So give him a follow, guys.
Also, if you play basketball, we are recruiting a team to represent Polygon for the next Battle of Basel or whatever basketball tournament. I'm the only one, and I'm 5'8", so I need some people with some height. So come through.
Good times. Rock, are you going to be out there this year, Art Basel?
Haven't thought about it, honestly. Maybe.
Because I know you guys were playing basketball at the house that we rented a couple years back for Art Basel.
That's
with Mal
right.
And everyone. So I'm like, if we go, we should get the LDA crew out there.
That was my old man feeling young moment of pride. I beat Devin from Lunar Digital Assets. One of our team members in a one-on-one, and I was like, yeah, I still got it. I wish Cindy was there to see it. She didn't believe me. Just kidding.
Good time. But yeah, if we make it out, No Futuristic, we'll hit you up, see if we can represent Polygon. But I do see the hands up here, guys. I love it when you guys just jump in. We haven't heard from you since the beginning of this show. Please let us know what you wanted to say.
Hey, yes, and I gotta run, so I wanted to jump in real quick. I love spending my mornings here, Friday mornings, but I hate when a meeting interrupts it, so I'll be quick. I just wanted to piggyback off of everything that everybody was saying, but basically I think what Smokey was saying, it's a good problem to have, I think that I'm loving seeing these meme coins and NFT projects come up on Polygon more and more. I think, for a long time it was Ethereum and Solana, and I love that it's just, so much creativity is coming to this chain, and I think anything that brings interest to a network is valuable. So I'm all for it. And, I think it just goes to show you also that this like culture and community is not a step that you skip. It's not a step that you cheap out on, because your brand will only survive if you're entertaining, if you're keeping people's attention, if you're keeping the eyeballs on your brand. So I think that, you know, a lot of people tend to maybe focus on the building. You can have a great product, you can have a great team, you know, many credentials behind it, but if you don't have that kind of community aspect and the culture aspect, you're not going to make it. And honestly, with Polygon, my personal experience has been great getting community support, just from the KOLs and people that who are in the space. Even, you know, Rocky, Aztec, you guys have been big help, and even this show is a great chance that you guys put on so that everybody kind of gets to know each other and hear from each other on a weekly basis. So I think Polygon support has been great, and even though, you know, maybe like Smokey said, liquidity might be running low or anything like that, but I think there's just so much more value that's still being given by supporting each other, that yeah, I'm happy to be building, you know, for the Polygon community, and I'm happy to see where it's gonna blossom into. But thank you for having me, you guys. I gotta jump down on my meetings in 1 minute. Have a great Friday.
Happy weekend, Tina.
Always good to have you, Tina.
Hey, 2 Cent Timmy.
Yeah, I wanted to tack on to what Smokey was saying about supporting community. One, I do think community is everything, and support within a community, especially coming from Reddit avatars, it's one of those really cool things where when one artist succeeds, all the artists succeed. And then even from that, a lot of people trickled out into other Polygon projects and helped them. But I also think support doesn't necessarily mean you have to buy a project. So I know Gon talked about it earlier where at Bitcoin we helped them set up their faucet and Kitbot and all of these things on Reddit. And that didn't cost us anything. That was just time. And it's kind of like if uh, my neighbor needs help putting up drywall. I don't have to buy their drywall, but I can go over and help them out. And I don't, so you make the neighborhood nicer that way. Like that sort of mindset is what I have where you can support all the projects you want. You can talk about them, but you don't have to buy. You can just collaborate with them. You can have gaming sessions on Discord with each other and just kind of have that community strength where I mean, I have great friends, but I don't buy my friends dinner every time we go out. It's kind of the way I think about what support and community really means. And yeah, if they need help financially, maybe I'll help them out, but that's not what I think about as improving the community. I really think about it like the vibes and the culture and just not having that toxic tribalism between projects, but projects wanting each other to succeed. Because going back to the neighborhood, if my neighborhood's house is really nice, that increases my property value at the same time. And that's the way I think about support and culture.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, so I gotta throw this question to Smokey because I wanted to ask this, but you know, we had some great conversations since he spoke there. You know, Smokey, in your opinion, you know, because you were talking about liquidity and you know, if when ecosystems go through this phase of you know supporting everyone, that liquidity can kind of sprint there. Do you feel like this is once you get past that and people start becoming more selective, that's like a sign of maturity, or like what's your thoughts there?
I mean, yeah, definitely, right? Like, because, I mean, I think like there's a couple things that happens with liquidity within individual ecosystems, right? And I think being selective and concentrating liquidity into certain projects is important. And the reason why I think that it's important is because uh, volume drives attention, right? So if there's a certain project or a few projects within ecosystems that are doing well, it attracts the attention of the wider Web3 community, right? And the thing is if you don't do that, then the only new inflow of liquidity that you have into an ecosystem is when everybody within that ecosystem gets paid on that Friday. You know what I mean? Which is like, that's cool, man, but it's probably not enough to really drive an ecosystem to grow. Right. So I think it's really important to be able to have that piece of being able to get the attention of the wider Web3 ecosystem. And I'm talking every chain, every single chain, every single area that buys and sells NFTs, right? No matter where they are. And that's why, I I think it's really important to go not only, obviously, yeah, sure, like floor price is great and whatnot and gets attention, but I think also, there's some other things that have to happen. Content creation helps to get attention from other, ecosystems. And then, of course, I mean, just being an active participant in other ecosystems, whether just being a part of communities and just like making people aware, like, hey, there's something going on over here too, but like I'm also over here, right? So then when people ask questions, you can just kind of like slowly get into the mind share of the wider space.
Makes sense. Yeah, thanks for that, Smokey.
I think
Got great wisdom. It was great when we it was an honor for me to have dinner with you the other day. I think it was like probably a couple months now, but yeah, you're a wealth of knowledge. I think someone was going to jump in, and I see Brandon has his hand up.
yeah.
Real quick.
I'm going to cut the wizard off really quick. This is
Oh, go ahead, Gone.
I got to get gone. But I want
Oh
to say
no,
thank you so much for inviting us up. This has been so much fun. We love coming to All Roads Lead to Polygon and the QuickSwap space. So appreciate everyone coming up. Appreciate everybody here. This ecosystem is truly unlike anything else out there in Web3, and I think we need to keep doing that. Do not be afraid to participate in what other people are building, especially on your chain. It's great to go cross chain, but if you're just siloed up, only doing what you're doing every day, that's not how bridges get built, right? Bridges get built from two sides. So everybody have a great day. I'm gone. Thank you so much. Let's go Polygon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
good times. Thanks for being here, bro. Happy weekend. Brandon, I just want to shout out that Smoofs is here and they're on the panel. So at some point I want them to introduce themselves. But Brandon, you have your hand up. What's up, bro?
Yeah, just wanted to talk about that volume, right? We certainly have matured in that direction because we were living on ideals earlier this year. There was a lot of attention, there was momentum, and it was great to support everyone. But at the same time, that signaled to everyone that, hey, no matter what you launch, these guys on Polygon are going to come mint it out. And that doesn't exactly breed innovation, right? We ended up getting maybe some projects that weren't prepared to really carry the ball over the goal line. And that's not good. And that can burn people out. And like I said, it doesn't drive innovation or speculation. It really just kind of drains everyone. And so that's really informed where I've decided to put my energy is looking for the innovators, looking for the people that are really showing up for their own designs and initiatives to push the game forward and really do something new and thrive on this cutting edge of emerging markets, right? This is a social and technological landscape that we've never seen before. And so why would we need to support a lackluster effort? But at the same time, there's people that have a drive and a desire to participate. And how do we connect them with the tools and opportunities and skills that are going to help them gain the context in this new landscape to be successful? And so that is the core of my focus, is to try and help people maximize their potential by actually getting experience in the trenches and learning how to be actively developing your business structure and making new relationships in the ecosystem to really actually do something and not just throw up some JPEGs and say, hey, we have a mint next week, because that, the time for that was 2 years ago. We're not doing that anymore. So I'm loving to see these really well just all-star projects coming out and killing it. It's people like Gas Hero who earned their experience. They have they have glory behind them already, and they're not done. There's more to do. This frontier, we have not found the edge of it yet, and there's more to discover. And really just bringing as much of your firepower as you can to advance this technology to advance the structure and the social landscape. It's what we need, and when people are doing that, it's going to bring that attention. It's going to bring that volume. It's going to bring the energy and excitement. And so I'm really excited to see projects that have been around for a long time, like Aavegotchi, just killing it, being in the new game drops, pushing, for things to be better constantly, and that's what it's all about. So, kudos to the guys that are really pushing the edge here.
100%. So the panel has been changing here a bit. So we have quite a number of new people on the stage. We got Denketsu, Aavegotchi, Kulo, and Smoofs now, all new to the panel. So welcome everyone. And some of my, I love Aavegotchi. I love Denketsu. Just like from an art perspective and community. So really, really cool to see you here. And I want to learn more about Smoofs. Can we do like a 20-second introduction from everyone? And then we're going to, Rock, is it a good time to do the Coliseum thing with Brandoff here?
Yeah, I think so. And just to let everyone know, today has been, I think it was mentioned before, but has been incredibly oversubscribed. We had, I think 40-ish, 39, I think, scheduled speakers. And we just have like a massive amount of stacked up requests to jump on stage. And we're trying to bring up, unplanned guests and others as much as possible. But if you're waiting, we will try to get to you. We apologize. There's just a lot of demand to get on to talk about this topic, I suppose. It's amazing to see how much NFTs, Ordinals, everything, meme coins have been growing on Polygon. It's funny to see that, the early days of Polygon, Sandeep has talked about this, and I think Polygon wasn't known for NFTs, right? It wasn't known for meme coins. There were like a handful of really cool NFT projects like Aavegotchi early on, but nobody. I think the problem was that Sandeep, a lot of the other people on the Polygon team who were so focused on like hardcore development, even us at QuickSwap. And Aztec and I always forget to introduce ourselves, but yeah, I'm Rock, co-founder of QuickSwap, and I think it's the oldest living application on Polygon. So yeah, a lot of us weren't really into NFTs. We're really more like into DeFi. That was a big focus of, I think, a lot of the early people on the chain. There was a lot of gaming early on, but it was pretty janky, to be honest. The early blockchain gaming was pretty crappy. It was like battle racers and some real I'm not talking trash. It's just the early iterations of like true blockchain gaming were really weak, but it was cool to see a lot of it coming to Matic at the time. But yeah, it was like a shift in I think mentality from the community. I know Sandeep and others, Mihailo and others started kind of crypto techs in. A lot of people started kind of embracing PFPs more, made a few big business moves, and then now it's just this thriving NFT ecosystem, which is just really cool to see. And now even I, who was like so skeptical of NFTs for a long time, finally jumped in. I could be late to some of these trendy things. I was late to Ethereum. I didn't finally. I was kind of a Bitcoin maxi, and then finally, I think in 2016, I got some Ethereum. But same thing with NFTs. I've been pretty late to that game, but it's a fun thing to be part of, and I'm loving being a part of it. Finally, I'm finally like with the cool kids a little bit, trying to be. I'm at like the nerd kid table in the NFT section, but trying to learn.
Rock has the old man yells at cloud vibes.
Yeah. Old Bitcoiner yells at smart contract people.
Good time. And I bought you some NFTs that I still hold for you, like from way back in the day. So you had exposure, you just didn't really know it, or like you didn't get the NFTs from me. But So you
I
own
think Michael
more than
got
you
me
know.
got me a couple too early on.
Nice. Well, so you have a connection
I'll have
somewhere.
to get those from you someday.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, we changed up the panel here again, like Rock saying. There's a ton of really great minds that are subscribed to join the panel today, so we're kind of going as quickly as possible. Rainey, what's up, brother? If you could just if everyone could take like 20 seconds to introduce yourself, but I know you want to say something, Rainey. I want everyone new to introduce themselves. Take 20, 30 seconds so we can jump right back into the discussion.
For sure, man. Thank you for having me. I'm Reese. I work on the BD team here at Polygon, primarily focused on NFTs, and really cool to see this space. QuickSwap arguably has one of the best spaces every Friday across all of crypto Twitter. And yeah, just what Rock was saying was like, oh, Polygon wasn't really focused on NFTs back then. And I say a lot of people aren't focused on NFTs, and they're like, why should we be? Like, they're just crap pictures, like, right click save, that common joke that everyone made. But I think now when you see like NFTs, it's like, oh, you're one of me. It's even if you see any NFT now or you see it on Twitter, it's like, I come from the UK, and like when someone wears a football top outside your favorite team, you're like, oh, you talk about the game. And now I see if someone rapping an NFT PFP on Twitter, or even at events they're wearing like an Avagachi hoodie or something like that, you're like, oh, I know that guy. But you don't really know them, but it gets them conversations started. So I think NFTs are essentially just the greatest communities online, and I think they are so essential to chains. There's some chains out there that can't get any users on, that there's more powerful NFT projects and discords of people chatting, and they would do anything to have 100 dedicated users to their chain. So I think, what's the NFT goal here? It's obviously to be number one. Let's not shoot for anything less. But let's curate this thriving ecosystem that is very attractive to everybody to even be associated with our NFT communities. And I think the stage speaks for itself right now. We have some massive cross communities that have came from other chains. I see the Smooths there, they came from Multiverse X. Danketsu, they came from Cardano, and they've came to the promised land on Polygon finally. But I think we'll see a lot more people, switching up directions, coming to Polygon. Gas Hero here as well. Primarily, they're a Solana native team. They have tried Polygon, which I love, and I think they've had tremendous success. So the more we can show these teams from other chains, other ecosystems, new builders, hey, let's go try Polygon. What we've got to lose here? It's got an NFT ecosystem. It's got users. It's got the team. It's got the chain itself supporting the builders. So let's see what we can do. But yeah, thank you for the intro.
Rainey, when you joined, all of a sudden I look at our listeners and it's jumped a bunch, man. Did you bring like a fan club or something?
I would like to think I have a fan club, but I don't think so. I think Smokey has my like tweets on for notifications. So every time I tweet, it notifies his phone. He's always my first like. So I said maybe I dragged him in here, but no, he was in here first. So I don't think I have a fan club except Smokey.
Your fan club of one. Cool.
I think Aztec might be rugged. It wouldn't be on all roads lead to Polygon if Aztec didn't get rugged.
Why is he so rug sensitive, man?
It happened to me too when I first joined. Like I joined like 10 minutes ago. I joined the speaker, could not hear anyone, so I had to back out. Twitter Spaces really need to get fixed.
I have let Brandalf onto the stage at least 15 times today.
Which is
it happens, man. It's my curse.
Yeah, same here, Brandolph. Oh, and now I can finally see your updated PFP, bro. So cool. So it rugged me, and it's
awesome.
Sick.
Yeah.
The Polygon, inside the end of the staff, that thing is sick, man. I just got finished watching Rings of Power with Cindy, and I was like, I'm so sad that I'm done with it. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings nerd, read all the books, and man, I really enjoyed it. So I'm on a wizard vibe right now, and your PFP is speaking to me, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, Wizard is the vibe for me. I've played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons in my time, and Brandon is my name, so Brandolph was obviously an early connection for me.
No way. Was that your name in Dungeons and Dragons?
You bet, man. You bet.
No way.
I
Sick.
love Wizards. I love Gandalf. I love Tolkien books and expansive lore. And yeah, shout out to Paul Gore, the artist who's doing the 101s for our collection. I'm super excited to be rocking this wizard.
Have you seen Rings of Power yet?
Oh, you bet, man. I had that queued up the day it came out. I'm all about it.
Dude, I was so late. I just saw it. Like, we just watched it over the last like week or two. And man, Cindy was she joked that, you know, because we kept having to pause because it's parts are confusing. It's very like deep lore, deep lore, and so we would pause, and then I would like, you know, look up, oh, like what is the Valoran, and like you know, what are these? It's like basically like these angels that sent down that people could come. The angels kind of could come live on, you know,
No
not Middle Earth,
spoilers.
but yeah, well, this is like, I mean, this was written like 100 years ago, but in Tolkien's writings, but now they're putting. So for those who don't know, there's, you know, Lord of the Rings came out, right, the movies, and then they did the prequel, the Hobbit movies, and now they're doing the prequel to those, which takes place like 1,000 or 2,000 years before, which is Rings of Power series on, I think, Amazon or something. But yeah, it's just so much lore that we kept having to pause and look up like these things, and I would spend like 15 minutes reading the lore to her so we would understand what was happening. And she would like maybe get a little annoyed with my OCD that I couldn't like keep watching until I understood what they were talking about. And so she's like, I feel like I'm like studying for a test at school right now, trying to memorize all this, like, you know, Lord of the Rings lore. But it was really good. I haven't enjoyed I don't know, it was a different kind of enjoyment, just really trying to, like, I guess because I have such an affinity and love for Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. You know, The Hobbit's my favorite book of all time. And so you know, watching the show and then learning this lore that I had no idea a lot of this lore existed in his previous writings, from like the Silmarillion and all this old writings of Tolkien that yeah, so it's just fun to learn this whole new stuff that I didn't know existed. It's pretty cool. If you like that kind of nerd stuff, you might enjoy it.
Oh,
Good time.
absolutely, man. I keep a copy of The Hobbit in my travel bag whenever I fly. I read it on the plane, read it to my kids when they were 5 to indoctrinate them early. And recently been connecting with 2 Cent Timmy. He's another big Lord of the Rings fan. But having that kind of passion for expansive lore, I think, is a really great place to be in connected to NFTs and storytelling, and you know, having those creative avenues open. You know, like the Silmarillion is such a deep backstory to the world that Tolkien built, and you know, like, I don't know, man. Like, I saw somebody on YouTube had mashed up a bunch of other movies to make a fake trailer for the Silmarillion, and it would be so cool. I just wish they would make that in a like in a manga or in an anime series, because so much gets cut out when they make Hollywood productions. You know.
Well, is the Silmarillion is that now? I think it's before Rings of Power. Is
Yeah,
it?
it's the creation story. It starts with the great song in the nothingness that coalesces into the original gods and just kind of goes on from there. It's pretty nuts.
The Lord of the Rings
Good times,
movies
guys.
and books
We
and The
got to
Hobbit.
introduce. We still got to introduce. I think like 4 people
Yeah.
that came to the. I don't want to. I don't want
Aztec's
to leave
like,
them
shut up,
hanging.
nerds.
No,
All right,
I
Rock,
love it.
Rock.
I'm
We can
actually.
we'll just get on a nerd call later. We can go
Yeah.
into this in detail. We'll get to Denketsu and everybody else.
I'm down, Brandoff.
Yeah, it's actually a show I'd watch. And I'm like, I'm sitting here like, oh no, is a spoiler about to pop out? But yeah, I also
Yeah,
just
you
want to
know
make
what? We
sure everyone
probably should
gets
stop.
introduced,
Yeah.
so we can carry so everyone feels like they can jump into the conversation, and everyone new on the panel. All roads lead to Polygon. We just jump in. You don't have to raise your hand. We have a free flowing conversation, but Smoofs was actually here first. So Smoofs, you've been on the panel for a while. We haven't introduced you, so I feel bad as well. Go ahead and just introduce yourself. Let's do 20 to 30-second introductions, and we're going to jump right back into the conversation. So Smoofs, go first.
Okay, hi guys. I will make it very short. I will say that Smooth is that community-centric brand built to revolutionize the concept of entertaining in Web3. These cute, chubby, fluffy monsters, called Smooths, are bringing to life an experience-centric content creation model built within the Move protocol ecosystem. We'll laugh, dance, and vibe together, building a community owned entertainment IP to bring back smiles in the Web3 because it's been a very, very hard period for all of us. And it's time to have fun again. And I will explain more when the time will come.
Sounds good. We love smiles. And I don't know who had their hand up or who kind of joined next after you, Smooth. So Denketsu, I rock a Denketsu. Let's just go with you, brother. Is this Shaz?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, Shaz here. Good to be here, guys. Love the space. I've been lucky enough to attend lately, but because I'm not in Australia, but when I'm back home, this is at like 3 a.m., so I never get in. Yeah, I had raised my hand because I was just going to say on the Lord of the Rings front, the War of the Rohirrim movie, animated movie, comes out at the end of the year, so that's going to be super, super cool. So I just wanted to add that. But in terms of Danketsu, yes, we are a community-driven multimedia experience that incorporates gaming, music, NFTs, comics, lore, you name it. We came over from Cardano Expanded. Our game is currently live on Cardano and Polygon, and playable by anybody and everybody. If you like Dungeons and Dragons, it's probably right up your alley. And in terms of lore, we're essentially we've created a universe with our community, and have, if you like lore, over 1,000 pages of story in the form of comic books, light novels, graphic novels, so on and so forth. So that's who we are. Our idle games live on Polygon and Cardano. You can play on both. There's a leaderboard, all that jazz. Our music is on Spotify, and we're really, really pumped now. About 6 months since we launched on Polygon, and we're having a heck of a time.
Yeah, it's awesome to have you here, Shaz. I'm a huge manga anime fan. You guys have great IP, and it's more than just the NFTs. There's a whole ecosystem of IP there. So it's great to have you here, bro.
If you guys want to see one, Aztec, who's speaking right now, your profile picture is Denketsu, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's great art. I just fell in love with it. But to keep things moving, because I want to get everyone introduced here, so we can jump right back into a conversation for everyone.
Sorry, real quick, what's the floor price on those? Just curious.
It might be around like 50, 60 Matic, last I checked.
Cool. Go get yourself a Denketsu. I need to get one. I'll write down as my list. I always try to write down like NFTs I want to buy, and then when I get around, I just buy a bunch at once. But I'll write that. I'll pick one of those up.
Find out that Aztecs
If they're as cool as Aztecs, if I could find one as cool as Aztecs.
Yeah, I did a lot of hunting, and I even got one of the one-of-ones. So spend a pretty decent amount on the full collection. Definitely love the art and everything. But just to keep things moving,
Darren,
I'll go ahead.
wait. Darren was going to say something. I'm going to stop you from moving. I'm kind of messing with Aztec at this point. But Darren, what were you going to say?
Yeah, no, but before you go and buy one, just make sure Aztec hasn't bought you one already. General rule of thumb.
Oh yeah, right. I mean, I do have a pretty large collection, so I could actually just give you a really great one. But might as well buy one off
if
the
it was
floor,
a gift
man.
from you. So maybe I'll take you up on that.
Yeah, but we love when people buy off the floor or find something that's great in the ecosystem or the collection that resonates with you.
I'll buy one, and you could gift me one, since you're the one that got me to even look at this collection.
Good times. All right. I feel like it was probably Darren that rugged me earlier because we have some beef that we have to settle on this show at some point. But obviously we got to do the Coliseum segment with Brandoff, and I want to get everyone introduced so we can kind of dive into this. Aavegotchi, another amazing collection, OG collection, also have a decent collection of Aavegotchi, and I play all their games, make videos on a lot of them. They also had a recent installment with Nifty Island. Take it away, guys.
GM, how's everyone doing? This is Lost Local from Aavegotchi. Glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
Throw some hearts out for Aavegotchi, guys. One of the oldest projects on Polygon, our good old friend.
I think we might be the first NFT ecosystem on Polygon, if I'm correct, but I could be misspeaking there.
I mean, I don't know of any NFTs before Aavegotchi that I would consider like NFTs. Now, there were games that had like, items or like, car parts or, stuff like that, but it wasn't like an NFT, I guess, or PFP type NFTs or, all the ecosystem. I don't know. Am I saying that right, NFT people?
We're early. That's all I know. We're early. We're still early. So that's good. And yeah, Polygon's been our home since we originally bridged over to y'all, needing a cheap and convenient place to pet our gotchis every day. We have daily interaction with our NFTs, which help increase their XP level and their overall in-game values. So Polygon was the natural place to come because petting our gotchis every day on mainnet just was not a possibility.
When you guys came, we were working together at the time, and we did. I don't know if it was our first farm or just like our first big farm, but we were giving 1,000 quick a day away, which at today's prices is like I don't know, 50,000. Is that $50,000 something? But we were giving a ton of quick away to 1,000 quick to you guys, and you guys blew up, and we blew up. We kind of blew each other up, really. And then Aave came maybe a few months after that, and Aave actually seeded like I think it was around like 10 million to QuickSwap and helped us kind of bootstrap early on. I think, a lot of that was because they were trying to support you guys, and they just told us that Stanley told us that they liked the decentralized, like how we were doing QuickSwap and giving all the tokens to the community. So that was a really cool, that was really the birth of QuickSwap, was Aavegotchi going big, us giving you guys a bunch of rewards, then Aave coming, and then the rest was history. Then Aave hit 1 billion in TVL on the chain. We hit 1 billion in TVL and over 1 billion in volume. Aavegotchi's had an incredible run since, and that's really the early days of early Polygon Matic.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Aavegotchi was born out of DeFi. So our community is a bunch of DeFi degens. Each Aavegotchi does hold a liquidity pair that is yield earning. So each little Aavegotchi is in its sense a DeFi pair collateralized by a DeFi pair. So QuickSwap was where I spent a lot of my early days, for sure, with LPs, with our Ghost token and staking pools and all that. So I learned so much, honestly, as well. Secretly, this adorable project taught me pretty much everything I needed to know about L2s and bridging. I'm not a founder, so I was a community member before I came on board as an official team member. So it's been really cool to watch the evolution of the project and also to watch the evolution of the chain and some of our partner projects like QuickSwap.
Yeah, awesome to have you here, Lost Local. And I've seen you all around the Aavegotchi ecosystem. So can't wait to kind of dig into your thoughts on NFTs and some of the questions that we have here. We have added even more people to this stage. So guys, everyone, let's take like just 30 seconds to introduce everyone. Kulo, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on? Really appreciate the opportunity, brother.
Yeah, it's great to have you guys here. You guys have definitely Another great meme coin, bringing a lot of energy to Polygon. But yeah, take like 30 seconds just to introduce yourself, maybe a couple of key highlights.
Sure thing. We really appreciate the warm welcome from the Polygon community. We wanted to first start there, and we launched on January 17th, and we've been trending top 3 for quite some time, and we're going to continue that path. We wanted to find a chain that we can make proud, as well as have the agility, as well as the price points that make sense for massive growth. And we wanted to create not just a token, but also a mindset for people to invest, but also have the ability to do that in a safe environment. So here's the Kulo token. And Kulo token, we're gonna run very hard. We've done serious marketing. We kicked off our launch with Warren Sapp live for about 3 hours on Spaces on Twitter, just to give an example. We've already given away 3 iPhones, and we really have been extremely impressed with, say, people like Matic Man, people like yourselves, the QuickSwap team. You guys have embraced us and given us all the support that we could possibly have. And we're so excited to continue to bring awareness to the Polygon chain. We think we made a nice splash, and we're going to continue that splash. So we really appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, great to have you here. You guys cannonballed into the pool with everyone here, so making a very large splash. So great to have you here. Let's go ahead and pass the mic on over to Poles.
Hey, glad to be here. I was trying to get up for a while. I'm Dudu from Pillcast by Rock Radio. We had hosted the PopoCon last year, Pushing P, and today I'm repping Pulse community and Polygon Great China community. So really glad to be here. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, shout out to you. I love Pewcast. I know Mive over there, and he's a good friend of mine. We talk here and there. So awesome to have you here. Let's go ahead and pass the mic on over to Moonflow. I'm going quickly, guys. Just trying to get everyone introduced so we can jump back into the conversation. Moonflow, what's up, brother? Is this Alex?
Yes, sir. Hello, hello. I'm Alex, one of the co-founder of Moonflow. I think the newest NFT marketplace on Polygon. We started on December and we kick some. We started in fourth, and very pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you here as well, Alex. And you guys have definitely been very supportive right out of the gate. I see, you reaching out in comments and trying to help facilitate people's mints, help them out as they're trying to build as well. And I know you guys have been supportive with various different projects on the back end. So yeah, it's great to have you here. I know you said, you're a new NFT platform, but you're definitely very experienced and helpful. So great to have you, Alex.
We are new on Polygon, but we are 1 year and a half old. So we come with plenty of experience from other chains, and we are keen to help and support the Polygon as much as possible.
Awesome. We love that. I think we have one more person to introduce here. Nyoki.
Hello, Jim. Hello, Jim from Nyoki Demo. First of all, thank you, QuickSwap and the crew, for running this awesome space with brilliant projects. I can see I've got you, Smokey. I'm personally your fan. So it's RH behind Nyoki profile talking to you, the head of product and partnership, giving a quick intro. Nyoki Demo is harnessing the power of Polygon to its potential by having multiple components like our own marketplace, token, multi-metaverse, Abyss avatars, Lens digital assets creator, and many brand new ideas that are not going to be explained in a quick minute like this. And all these have been built with the vision of democratizing the world of design. And it's good to know that now we have got our first version of mini DAO on our platform as challenges that NFT artists can showcase their piece of arts and their community go for voting them and just make lots of benefit out of their incentivization. So that was all in quick. Well, if there were any further questions, I'm here to answer.
Cheers, and appreciate the that you thanked QuickSwap for hosting and stuff. But yeah, this just want to be clear. This is not a QuickSwap space. This is a town hall for Polygon. So QuickSwap is just I guess lubricating the wheels, but it's really the community who makes this all happen.
Right. There's a lot of work on the back end. The QuickSwap team helps with BD and introductions and kind of like the education of the show. Also, Polygon helps us bring some really great people from the ecosystem. So shout out to both teams, QuickSwap, Polygon, and everyone else. You know, our family has started to grow over the year, almost a year that we've been live. And people are just, you know, referring people to us. And I think people really in the Polygon ecosystem are starting to understand that we have a movement here. You know, this is not a sponsored show, and we're just here trying to make sure that everyone gets a platform to speak. And on that, we also really love inviting very popular KOLs from the Polygon ecosystem. So we have Brandoff here. I think it's a good time to do the Coliseum segment. Rock, what do you think? Since we introduced everyone.
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. Brandoff, do you have questions that you have kind of lined up?
I sure do, man. I'm ready to roll. I even drove out of the canyon to get a full 5G signal, so I shouldn't be rugging through this segment.
We'll see. We'll see.
Let's go. Oh yeah, if Darren has anything to do with it, man, he might just rug you, man. So you got to be careful.
Yeah, and if anyone wonders why Aztec, he used to be like in the co-host spot a lot more, but every time I ask him like, "Hey, you want to take the co-host spot?" He's like, "No," because I guess he gets rugged more as co-host. So yeah, just a little fun fact.
Yeah,
that being co-host, I guess, can rug you worse.
Yeah, it's either that or Darren just doesn't like me and he's just kicking me out. I honestly don't know because it's very interesting how I get kicked so much. But good times. Oh, we got Danketsu back on the stage. Great. All right, so let's go ahead and kick this off. This segment, the way it goes is we give the mic to someone else from the Polygon ecosystem, and they just take over. They got the spotlight. So, we'll be here to help. But thumbs up if their question is good. Thumbs down if it's bad. This is like the Roman Coliseum, guys. We want to build this vibe. It's a really great way to also support this space because when you're clicking the emojis, it increases the algo and we get this space out to more people so we can purple pill, the rest of the industry. So, Brandoff, I'm going to go ahead and pass them.
Get involved if you don't like Brandoff. If you think he's too much of a nerd. If you want to ask him questions or anyone on the stage, if you want to ask any questions, please leave them in the comments. I see we have 130 comments. We'll go through, we'll read some. Also, just let's add a little fun thing too. Tell us what your favorite NFT is, or since Aztec's always gifting me NFTs over the years, tell me what NFT I should gift Aztec in the comments, and I'll look through them and I'll choose one, and I'll finally gift Aztec an NFT. But yeah, Brandoff, the mic is yours, and your fate is in the audience hands. If they thumbs down you, we got to kick you. If they thumbs up you, you live another day.
All right, everyone, welcome to the Coliseum. We've got some Polygon NFT projects up here. Some new, some making huge strides. So let's find out a little bit more about them for the listeners in the audience and those who are listening to the recording. NFT projects on the stage at the moment are Danketsu, Gas Hero, Avagachi, Nioki, Moonflow, and Poles. I don't know if you're an NFT project, but we're going to include you in there. And then we've got Kulo, which is a coin on Polygon. So this is what I want to know. Danketsu, what you have been shipping a lot lately. Your project has developed on multiple chains. You have platforms, dApps, participatory games, and the like. What is your current biggest challenge?
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. That's a solid question. And, I think that I was having this conversation with someone else the other day. Coming from another chain, one of the things that's always a bit challenging is entering a new community and being able to onboard them. So slowly but steadily, we are starting to get more and more people who you would call quote unquote Polygon native coming into the Danketsu ecosystem. But that's been one of our biggest challenges. We've got the people obviously who we brought over from Cardano. And we continue to bring people over from Cardano because we're also on that chain. We've had quite a few people from Ethereum and Solana jump over, but it's not nothing negative. It's just that it's been a little bit tricky for us to onboard more people from within Polygon. However, I think everyone's starting to love us and appreciate us a little bit as we do with them, and that's part and parcel of this world and industry that we live in.
Fantastic. So onboarding new people from Polygon is your challenge. And what factor are you seeing that is bringing new people from Polygon to Danketsu?
So it's a mix of the things that we're building, such as our idle game, that is live at the moment, cross-chain, Polygon, Cardano, our native token that is cross-chain, Cardano, Polygon. So that's one part of it. And then the other part is actually just sitting down and having conversations offline with individuals within the ecosystem. I am super active. I'm always available for the community to talk to them, have conversations, and I reach out to people, and I talk to them and I have phone calls. And I always say, like, if anyone wants to chat community or not, I'm open to talking and learning about you and sort of expanding on what we do as well. And I think that has been super, super effective.
That is some hot alpha, guys. Making those one-on-one calls and cultivating relationships with the collectors is unparalleled for onboarding. Alex
Hey,
at Moonflow, I'm going to ask you a similar
real quick,
question.
Randolph. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
want to shout out Crypto RS is with us here on the panel. Just joined. And Crypto RS and everyone, if you just joined this show, we have a segment here that we call Coliseum. Brandoff is taking the mic and asking the questions from Rockin', and instead of Rockin' Aztec, myself kind of doing that. So you just joined Crypto RS right as the great wizard kind of took the mic. But shout out to you, Crypto RS. I'm a huge fan of your YouTube channel. But yeah, Brandoff, you're going to ask Alex something.
Dude, Brandoff just DM'd me that emoji of the guy that says, "I am the captain now." What the hell, man?
Is that an emoji? I don't know.
Sorry, my bad.
I did not send that.
I'm joking.
All right.
And hey, George from Cryptos RS. Good to have you.
Say what's up, George.
Hey, thanks for that intro. Appreciate that. Been a big Polygon fan for a long time. Been using QuickSwap for a long time as well. But Rock, like you said, QuickSwap is kind of like lubricating the ecosystem or something like that. I'm here to support Kulo, my good friend Moon Daddy. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to lubricate the Kulo. So don't mind me.
George, I've been a fan
It's great to have you.
For a long time. I'm hoping you might take a look at Avogacci one day soon. We've been around for a minute. We are George.
Well, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here to learn. So, so I'm interested in hearing what you guys all have to say.
Well, very supportive of content creators like yourself who have just amazing streams. And I've seen a lot of the coin teams get really excited about you mentioning them, including them in your content. So happy to have you here. We're running some NFT project questions at the moment, but if you've got something to weigh in on, come on down. So we asked Danketsu, what their biggest challenge was, and some follow-up questions on related to that. I was moving to Moonflow to ask Alex, since he built on another chain first as well. Have you found onboarding Polygon natives to be your biggest challenge? And if not, what is your biggest challenge?
I would split this question in two parts. So the biggest challenge as an NFT marketplace, which we are, is to try to find that new thing that you can bring for the communities to use on the marketplace. Because a marketplace is not only about selling listings, buying NFTs, it's also the place where the project founders and the community meets together. And I think in my responsibility as a marketplace founder, I need to add features that make that relationship even better by allowing them, I don't know, any kind of crazy stuff. We have, for example, a game in development that we want to integrate on the marketplace itself. We have a token incoming. So in terms of the biggest challenge, I think this is the one, trying to find ways to bring up new stuff in the NFT marketplace saturated market, because there are a lot of marketplaces already. So how can we put ourselves in the spotlight? We just have to put up the work sleeves and work, grind it out, and try to find the perfect solution for the communities. And in terms of Polygon native, yeah, it's a bit challenging, but I think we had kind of a head start because we have been here with our NFT project from June. So I'm involved in a lot of communities. I'm helping with the technology a lot of the communities like Brozo, like Right Jeans, like other communities as well. And I already formed that relationship, that business relationship. So when we started the marketplace on December, I already had the connections. People already knew me. But as again, the attraction to a new product is the biggest challenging for anyone. And we are here in this phase, but I'm sure we can pass it out. As I said, the token is almost here, the Moon token, and that will also help us onboard some new Polygon members to our products. I'm sure about that.
In this phase, there's a great moon pun for you. But it sounds like we've got a similar answer. At least they kind of rhyme. We're looking at relationship building as being the solution to onboarding new people and strengthening your projects. Aavegotchi, you guys have been around since the dawn of time. And people are more likely to be onboarding to you than vice versa. How have you seen this ebb and flow over time? And is it difficult for you as a well priced in and established project to onboard new people?
Yeah, so I think really the most difficult thing that we work against is the same thing that almost every project works against in the space, which is time. We've been around for over 3 years. Our tokens on Coinbase, we're very well traded. However, building a gaming ecosystem isn't something that happens overnight. So keeping that attention and not only onboarding new folks, but keeping the environment interesting and making sure that our existing community members have something to do and they're seeing some progression is super duper important for us. And I think that's been the biggest challenge is, this is a multi-year endeavor that we're part of, and we need our community members to be part of the growth process, but we also need them to stick around, and we need to make sure that it's interesting and that there's enough for them to do, because this isn't going to happen overnight. Even with all the wonderful partnerships that we've made, with all of the growth, with all of the onboarding, we're still waiting for the world to catch up to us. So for us, that's kind of our biggest challenge, I'd say. I think we're doing an awesome job. There's been so many great new projects stepping up, and we've been partnering with those. You mentioned Nifty Island earlier. I think they did a really, really wonderful job of bringing the space together and providing an opportunity and an experience for folks from all different communities to come and partake in. That's part of what we're doing with Gotchi Chain is we're looking to help empower other projects and perhaps help them build mini games on Gotchi Chain while they work on their longer time horizon. And that's pretty much it. This is definitely a collaborative effort. I think that we're all responsible for creating an environment that's exciting and engaging so that we can keep these community members around. They are our beta testers, right? So without the communities, we really are nothing. So it's super important to us that we just, keep the volume turned up, make sure that we're providing new and exciting experiences, and constantly being focused on the future of Aavegotchi, Gotchi Gaming Console, and Gotchi Chain.
Excellent. CRMs, customer retention is important, and obviously doing somewhat of a good job. You yourself said you were just a community member, and now here you are representing the project. That's the kind of culture I think that breeds success. The Nifty Island, that is fantastic for exposure for Aavegotchi. I have to ask, did you call them or did they call you?
So I do not know the genesis of how that took place, but because our founders were the ones that originally kicked off that conversation. However, I was introduced to the folks at Nifty Island through one of our other partners, the folks at Helica, which are our analytics partner. So I do know that Nifty Island was, very proactive about getting out there and reaching out to communities and creating a meaningful partnership. We saw some other projects mint in the last couple of weeks that also did a very good job of bringing on partner projects, but I'm not sure they really were as successful in a follow through and creating an experience for all those projects. So I think Nifty Island really want to give them some flowers for creating something meaningful for folks to participate in.
Nice one. Brandoff, are you rugged? Oh, he's rugged. So I guess the segment's over, but those were really great questions. I love how he kind of had some focus on, specific projects, and he had those lined up for everyone. Let's go ahead and I guess we'll just kind of go back to our normal show, but thanks, Brandoff. Thanks for being
Are we going to
here.
vote? Wait, is the audience going to vote when he comes back, or
Well,
I want to see what the results are?
We were supposed to do that when, at his first question, we were supposed to say thumbs up, thumbs down, but the questions were just so good, so we just kind of we just let him keep going. He was doing a great job.
What the
I
hell?
guess.
QuickSwap account is giving him a thumbs down, man.
I cannot believe that I drove to a solid signal and still rugged. What is going on? You know what? This app doesn't like my wizard. My new PFP is breaking the system.
Oh, there you're back.
And to do this in front of Crypto RS, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send out a negative tweet right now about you.
A bad review.
Yeah, I'll take a negative tweet from you, Crypto RS. I'm pretty sure that will actually just be a great publicity.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, I know.
Lol.
Good times, guys. Brando, how's your signal? You feel like you're good, or I could actually ask you a question.
It's telling me I'm connected, but I don't believe this stuff anymore, man.
Well, can we vote on him now?
Yeah, well, just for fun, let's do it. Everyone give him thumbs up or thumbs down. Thank you, everyone. It's it's great for the algo, guys. So, and I seen more thumbs up than thumbs down, Brandoff. So,
audience members, participate in the thumbs up, thumbs down. You guys are the main ones, not just speakers. What's going on? The audience is like less engaged today, guys. Get in there, and we'll read some comments soon too from the audience.
Good signs.
All right, there we go. I see some thumbs up coming now.
I got a general question. So this is for the entire panel. I know we have a bunch of hardcore blockchain minds here today. So I'll do this. So how do you see the integration of NFTs impacting traditional art markets in the long term? And guys, if you're new to the show, you don't have to raise your hand, just jump in. Let us know your thoughts.
Guys, may I ask you a request, please? Nyoki's COO has been waiting to go for actually having the access to talk QuickSwap. It has been actually added to your list. So can you please accept her? Zara is here, the CEO of Nyoki. the most brain of the blockchain, actually, one of the 10 brains in the world of women, all right, about the blockchain. So can you please add her to the talk, Zara?
For
While
sure.
we
I
get
think,
that sorted out, I'll start this question with a hot take, or a bit of a hot take.
yeah.
As somebody who's proudly taken more than just the handful of art courses in school, I'll go ahead and say I don't think that currently NFTs, particularly PFPs, are anywhere close to the traditional art world. There are some traditional artists that are minting NFTs. And I'm seeing a disconnect between the speculative nature of NFTs and the desire of collectors to collect things that traditionally would be considered actually art. That being said, anything that is created or drawn is art for sure. But I'm talking about like fine art photography, right? Or oil paintings. Traditionally accepted art that's bought and sold at Christie's, and sure, we've seen Aversano and what's that guy's name that does the gross stuff? Oh, Mental Block. But I don't think that the traditional art world is looking for these types of assets right now. But I think that kind of cultural conditioning could be down the road from here. I just don't see it yet.
I think it's for sure coming. And that's coming from me. As I mentioned earlier, I was like somewhat of an NFT doubter early on, then was kind of an Ordinals doubter. And I think that I really think that in the long term, I think actually NFTs will overtake the traditional art market for like whatever metric you want to look at. Amount of holders, a volume, net, like total net, market cap kind of value of all art. It's just better. I mean, if you have you could buy a $10 million painting and put it in your house, and how many people come to your house? I don't know about you guys. Maybe I'm a loser or something, but I have my friends over at my house once every 6 months, if that. Like people don't come to my house. Maybe we go out and stuff. But like you buy an art piece and there's no one to enjoy it with you. But when you have digital art online, you could have thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, even billions of people can see this PFP. If Elon Musk put a PFP or any kind of art piece as his profile picture, literally a billion people would see it. I mean, that's powerful, way more powerful to me than physical art in a lot of ways. I'm not dissing physical art by any means, but I just think the practicality of it, the digital aspect of it, the fact that you could share, like if you're a kid and you put your PFP up, all your friends at school can see it, right? You buy some digital sneakers, they don't sit in your closet, right? We have like cool collectors sneakers that sit in our closet, or Pokemon cards. I love what Courtyard's doing, bringing Pokemon cards on chain on Polygon. But my Pokemon cards, I had them in a box for many years, collecting dust. No one saw them, and then someone stole them, and that sucked. But nobody saw them before that anyway. So what was even the kind of the point of it? All my other collectible stuff I have, my Pogs and my marbles and all my other stuff that I have, they come out of my little collector bin, once every few years to show like Cindy when I'm drunk or something. But other than that, nobody ever sees them. Digital just really changes the game. So that's my take.
I think NFT art is dominated by social media. You think about crypto Twitter and how much that dominates what NFTs are, the blockchain cryptocurrency is. And if you were to go out and get a famous artist to make you a physical piece of art to hang on the wall at your home, chances are the detail in that, the amount that goes in, is not going to resonate as a profile photo. If anything, I almost think NFTs currently are more akin to the emoji that we see on Twitch and that we use in our chats and that show up well as a profile photo in any of these social media networks. That is going to change, I think, over time, and I think digital art will be able to be higher resolution and to show more intricate things. But I think for now, what dominates are things that show up small and you can see what it is. It's more emoji emote kind of art than it is the true artist physical art.
That's a fair point, but that could be changed over time, right? Like you just mentioned. So like all it would require is like Twitter to have it so that when it shows a compressed image, here on Twitter Spaces, but when you click it, it expands into a high resolution 4K, whatever I don't know, whatever. That so the infrastructure around the world can just update to working with that. And you could have like, why couldn't you have, a Van Gogh or a Picasso type, art? Not now they're dead, but why couldn't you have people, true, artists out there, or traditional artists, I should say? Why couldn't you have them making something digital? What is the difference? There's really no difference. It could be exactly the same resolution if we started building things to work with that.
Can I just jump and add something here? Hi, everyone. By the way, Zara here, CEO and co-founder at Neoki. I love what you mentioned, Rock. And I think for so many reasons, traditional art is definitely going to be replaced by NFT art and digital art specifically. If you look at the business side of the story, the art market, although we have had tremendous improvement in technologies and great technologies in the past decades and even centuries, but the art market, the business models have stayed exactly the same as it was a century ago, except it was just new, probably sales channels added through e-commerce, etc. Whereas now with blockchain and Web3, the business models are changing. Now artists have very innovative business models, not only creating and selling a piece of art, but co-creating a piece of art, having fractionalized ownership for their art, and not only creating more visibility for it, but also generating more revenue, but also being known a lot more than before. And in business aspects, I definitely see a lot of reasons why it will be replaced. On top of that, I have to say in Neoki, we're experiencing quite a lot of traditional art galleries in Stockholm. You're Swedish based, of course. Stockholm approaching us and wanting to have a discussion in fractionalized ownership of very traditional art pieces. And even if you just put away the business aspect of it and just think about the audience aspect of it, I don't know how old you guys are, but I'm in my 30s, right? And I have a child that is 11 years old, and she's definitely not going to understand the traditional art business model in like 10 years. And she's like, in 8 years, she's going to have purchase power, right? She's definitely going to go for some art that she understands it because she was grown up with Roblox and gaming and, digital assets, etc. So for so many reasons, from business, all the way from business to audience type, I totally see a reason why digital art will definitely replace traditional art.
Yeah, you didn't even mention royalties as part of that business model.
Absolutely.
Hey, can I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, first of all, Zara just made me feel incredibly old because she's like, yeah, I'm an old person. I'm in my 30s. Oh, well, I'm in my 40s. So that made me feel really old. But to just give you guys a little perspective, I agree with most of what you guys are saying about NFTs, but I think you guys are missing this aspect of replacing something that's actually physical with virtual. And there are some things, in my opinion, that you just can't do. The reason why, let's say, for example, sneaker NFTs are not as good as sneakers is because, well, people can hold it, look at it, wear it. There's something to that. So I think with art, with physical art, there will be something like that too. Even though, yes, if you have a digital NFT, you could show it off to millions of people if you have a large audience. But, there's something about hanging a Van Gogh in your living room if you could afford that. I mean, you're proud of it. You could look at it every day. There's something about that physical aspect I think you can't replace with NFTs. Even though I recognize NFTs are the future and you could do a lot with it, it's basically a smart contract. You could fractionalize ownership. You could represent real world assets really easily with NFTs. But I think you guys got to keep in mind that there are some things. I'd rather have my Ferrari in real life than a Ferrari NFT. I can't drive a Ferrari NFT, right? So there are certain things that, physical still will be coveted over virtual, I believe, for forever.
Yeah, I completely agree with.
Yeah, markets like film and music, I think, have a much more runway with digital custody. I used this as a bit of a catfish on a Facebook post, which I haven't made in about 2 years. But I went onto Facebook and I said, I can buy a digital movie. Why can't I resell it when I don't want it anymore? And that one question sparked so many comments from people who have no idea what we're doing over here with digital assets. And these are the kinds of things that you don't really need a physical copy of, that can be bought, sold, traded, royalties applied, not applied, fractionalized. And these are the kinds of markets that are dominated by dinosaurs, right? The industry giants of the past who have their licensing control over how we buy and sell these things. And I think that's really the opportunity to expand into mass markets with the things that everybody already has and uses. And for example, like the Reddit avatars, these people discovered they were able to buy, sell, and trade these things that they had. And that opened their eyes to a whole new landscape. So I think that's a really good direction to look.
Yeah, if I could add, I think George made a great point there, and also something that maybe we're not necessarily touching on, which is I don't think NFTs are by any means a replacement for art, just in the same way that I don't believe Web3 gaming is a replacement for gaming. Blockchain is a utility layer, I think, across all things. So I think we need to look at Web3 and blockchain tech and smart contracts more as a utility layer that will bring additional value to these pre-existing elements. So having a smart contract connected to your Van Gogh at home now allows you to go to a token gated event while the Van Gogh sits on your wall. We've now seen an additional value set added to that item by using blockchain. Gaming is the same thing. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel with gaming. We're trying to figure out how can we maximize the user experience through this added utility layer of the blockchain. So I think when we're talking about all of these things, it's very important to acknowledge that one is by no means a replacement for the other. However, this technology allows us to take these pre-existing items, memberships, whatever they may be, and then bring them into a whole new realm of our social life, of our everyday life. And I think that's the thing we need to really focus on. These all work together. They're not one or the other.
Yeah, digital meets physical might be the answer to what George was saying. I mean, there are a lot of people doing stuff like this. I mean, Courtyard with the Pokemon cards. How cool is that you can own the Pokemon card and then also have a digital copy of it that you could show people online, put on marketplaces, maybe use as collateral for loans, earn interest on, stake, whatever. So yeah, maybe you'll have physical artists. And actually, Peter Schiff did this, oddly. Peter Schiff did a collection, NFT collection, I believe on Ethereum, but I'm not sure. But anyways, he did this NFT collection where it was they were 50 physical paintings. It was like a hand holding a bar of gold, and he did this NFT collection, and I'm pretty sure it sold out. And he's an anti-Bitcoin. He's the anti-Bitcoin guy. That's his whole brand. But he did this NFT collection, which is physical paintings, and then you get an NFT with it. So maybe that's where you'll see the physical art world go. Is someone sells a high-end painting, and it comes with an NFT that you could sport online in your metaverse house, in your game, is your PFP or whatever.
That I just want to add something to that. That's exactly what we mean when we say one is going to replace the other one. Otherwise, you're very right. Physical art will never be replaced physically by anything else. But what will be replaced is the principle of ownership, right? The principle of ownership of a physical asset will be replaced by principle of ownership of a digital asset. And that means exactly what Rock said. When you have a physical asset, now have a digital twin of it associated to it, then that physical asset can have a longer lasting life, but also experience a lot of different experiences now in the digital world, right? And that's exactly what we mean by replacement, basically. And I also agree that we're not. I would definitely would love to see my physical Ferrari as well, but in digital fashion as well, in NFT fashion. If you look at statistically, I'm probably going to use a lot of numbers and statistics because I'm also a researcher. I have a PhD in blockchain. So according to statistics, you have more than 70% of professionals around the world spend at least 6 more hours in digital meetings today compared to 3 years ago, and this is only increasing, and that means that digital fashion will definitely be having a great market. And we don't have a the wearable digital fashion today, but it's definitely coming up, right? It's definitely going to replace, and a lot of us are going to have probably equal amount of time spent in our digital life compared to our physical life. So the digital life appearance, fashion, and clothing and accessories and skins is going to be as important as it is in our physical life, and that requires this to basically improve.
And what you could do with that just a random thought that came to my head is pretty cool is and I feel like we will see this because I know look at Brandoff's PFP, like that. I think for him that might be that was his D&D character, his Dungeons and Dragon character, and that's maybe how he looks at himself. When I play video games, I choose characters that remind me of me. Like when I play League of Legends, I play a champion called Tryndamere. He's like a barbarian, big, huge sword guy, like Cloud from Final Fantasy. So like when people are online, they want to play out the way they imagine themselves. Or I play like big ogre characters and stuff. I don't know. I just want to be a big ogre or a troll or whatever. Some big, when I'm in bed with Cindy or when I come to bed and she tells me I'm gaining weight, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, look at me, I'm a monster, But anyways, so what I think we might see with people is like with AI, you'll be able to take your fashion or whatever, and you'll be able to take an AI image of yourself or a tweaked image of yourself, maybe a little more muscle or a little bigger boobs or whatever you want. And you can now add your NFT fashion stuff onto your avatar, or maybe you buy a dress in real life from some fashion, high fashion, whatever, and then you get an NFT that comes with it, and then you kind of integrate that into your avatar online. There's so much we could do with this, and it's really just the first inning, I think.
I
So
agree.
we don't know what's going to
I
come.
agree, Rock. So, and just to shout out, the panel has changed just a bit here. We have Seth, we have Loudmouth on the panel, so I want to shout them out before we kind of jump right back into the conversation. But I have to say, Zara made a good point earlier as well, where whether you like it or not, the youth and the younger crowd, it seems to have a higher and higher appreciation for the digital world versus the physical world. I'm seeing kids playing Roblox and Toca Boca, and so it seems like and especially with like how things, I think in almost all like retail, even from like retail and many other categories, it seems like the quality of things also are becoming lower, but also going more digital and things like that. I don't know if it's because the economy and different things like that, but overall, I want to say just a double click. I think that the newer crowd really is focusing on digital and has a higher affinity for that side of things.
I guarantee there's a percent of kids, and for people who have kids, or maybe even just yourself, but I guarantee there's a growing percentage of young kids, young people, teenagers that would get more excited about a new skin for their Fortnite character than they would about their parents buying them a new pair of pants.
And
Yeah,
Rob,
for sure.
just to add to this, what you mentioned, why associating an AI generated skin to your avatar, etc., is exactly what we have in the component of digital wardrobe in Neokey. It's a one-stop marketplace for skins and in-game assets for gamers and gaming enthusiast, but also where a non-gamer can create a digital wardrobe of digital fashion with wearables. So that and integrate that is integrated with the gaming space. So what we are doing is opening up opportunities for fashion and fashion brands and fashion designers into the gaming industry, and that's exactly what we're working a lot on.
Well,
That sounds awesome, Zara.
you
Um,
guys said it
real
before. Like,
loudmouth, you jumping in?
yeah,
Is that
yeah,
you?
yeah. So you
Okay,
guys,
I was just gonna shout you and Seth out, so
like,
take over. Just can you introduce yourself too? Just take like 30 seconds to introduce yourself. Also, Seth, after
yeah.
loudmouth.
I'm loudmouth.eth. I've been in this space for about 3 years. I love cryptocurrency and blockchain. And what I was going to say is that I don't think that there's a lot of people that think that you got to rug one for the other. And I never think that that's the solution. It's always apply Web3 technology to successful Web2 items and business and make it better. And so, just like George was saying, he'd rather have a Ferrari. Well, because that gives you the enjoyment of the Ferrari, but then there's the connectivity, and then wanting to show the Ferrari off and share the Ferrari. And say if your title was an NFT to your Ferrari, now the connectivity changes. And so Zara was saying that we have a lot more digital meetings than we do physical meetings. But back in the day, you used to drive your Ferrari to your meeting. But now, if my title is an NFT to my Ferrari, I still can drive my Ferrari to my digital meeting. And the aspect of the kids, I've got 7 of them, so I do understand that they are more excited about digital things than they are excited about physical things, but they still like to use those physical things. But if you got a Ferrari, you can only drive it around basically in your own hometown and share it with those people. But if it's online, then you get to share it with the world. And so it's always applying that technology, the new technology, with the current technology to expand it.
Good point. I could definitely see, like, for instance, we keep on bringing up Ferrari. The big car companies bringing, doing this kind of real world asset type thing that seems to be, taking off in our industry. So who knows? Maybe in the future, George, you buy your Ferrari, and then Ferrari says, "Hey, also, just so you know, you got an NFT with this, and you can jump into these
Yo,
metaverse."
Aztec, I'm sorry for the interruption, man. Really quickly, I got confused because I heard you say real world ass, and I saw Kulo on stage. Just want to say that.
Good. Hey, that was a good segue, bro. Take it away,
Dude,
man.
what's up with you and Kulo, Seth? So Kulo are they still here? Yeah, they're here. So they're on stage today. I didn't know much about them. I just keep hearing you talk about them. What's going on, man? Are you like part of this project? Are you a paid
Rock,
shill?
I'm like
What's
every
going
other
on here?
red-blooded man that's ever been born. If you have a pulse, you love Kulo. That's all there is to it. I don't make the rules. I just live by them. Kulo's on stage and they can speak for their goddamn selves. I wouldn't dare do that. But I love Kulo. I can say that. That's all it needs to be said.
Hey, you got to lubricate the culo, man. Look at the meme. It's just a
Wait, is
very
that an actual thing, or did George make that up, or is that an actual thing? Lubricating the Kulo here?
Rock.
No, the
I got you
original
lubricated.
phrase was taste the Kulo. And no, George did not make that up. But since the transitive property of George allows all of us to be him, I think we can give him some attribution. Yeah, he made that up. Sure.
We're all
Look at,
George.
we're all George. George said lubricate the culo, and we made a meme, and that also is going to spark a meme contest that we're going to kick off right after this call. It'll be $1,000 prize for the best culo, and we'll go live on our spaces on Sunday to give the winner. So you heard the alpha here first.
Nice. Speaking of giveaways, by the way, guys, we have not been doing giveaways recently on the show. We used to give away like 100 NFTs and tokens and stuff every show. Guys, audience, community members, builder, especially the builders, step up. Let's on the next show, let's give away some stuff to the audience like we used to. This show is not sponsored. We don't take any payments from anyone. You know, we're the second largest show in the industry. I won't talk about who the show is that does take payment, but some other popular shows, I won't name names, take literally, you want to be on their show, it's $30,000. And I'm not kidding. And I've heard this from many people.
That's me. I appreciate you advertising for my shows here, but 30,000, it's come down a little bit. We're no longer $30,000, but it does need to be said that when you bring that up, I am a shameless capitalist, not a grifter, but I am a shameless capitalist. And if you want to pay me to do anything, most of the time, I'll let you pay me.
I have no problem with that. With that being said, this show is not sponsored. We don't take any payments, but I have no problem with people who do, as long as they're, you know, open and honest about it and doing the right thing and only participating, hopefully, in things they actually believe in. But and I know you to be that, very much that type of person.
So you don't take payments, but you will receive them.
Well, also, Rock, I think what you were going to say as well is just that we like to do the giveaway. So if anyone in the crowd that's building on Polygon wants to do a giveaway for the All Roads Lead to Polygon community, it's a great way for us to be able to kind of shout you out and kind of get your name in front of the audience and have the community participate in whatever you're doing. But yeah, we love doing the giveaways. We gotta kind of work on that, Rock. I agree.
We'll put you on the Jumbotron. Let us know. Now, by the way, I'm gonna have to slow it down real quick here. I know we got some new guests, and this is a really exciting show. But I have been saying for almost a year that we're gonna focus more on the community and stop waiting till the end and then being late to the next show. So
we still got to do our beef thing, Rock, because I think you're going to jump into the comment section.
Yes, soon. We have to do it soon. We cannot wait too much longer, because every time we do, and then we barely get any time for the community. So I want to read questions from the community, and maybe some of those questions we can read to the audio or to the speakers. I want to shout out community members. We'll read off any NFTs or what was the question I asked earlier? It was like, oh yeah, what NFT I should buy for Aztec as a gift. So we'll read some of those. But yeah, go ahead, Aztec.
Soon, yeah. So I guess, sure. So I guess we'll just jump into it. And this is a question for everyone on the panel. Darren, who's sitting behind the QuickSwap handle, who will probably rug me if this question doesn't go right, guys. He did threaten to mute everyone and start playing elevator music if you guys side with me. So just know something might happen. But look,
I don't know if that was a fart from Darren, or was that like when dogs go when dogs don't like something and they go.
I don't even know what Darren did there. But Darren, what was?
I guess he's a panda, so it would be panda going. Do pandas do that?
Good times, whatever you did, Darren. So the argument that or thing that Darren and I are trying to figure out is we're in a marketing call, and QuickSwap's going to launch a NFT project. It's not like a standard or it's not like a capped kind of collection, 10K kind of thing, or something along those lines. It's more of like a utility-based NFT that will help you kind of do quests and different things. So it's a little bit different than what you might generally think of. But what we were discussing is kind of the launch, one of the aspects of the launch of it. And Darren was saying that we should do something where we have a bunch of teams, get them all included in our season 1, and kind of create all this hype. And I was saying, I think we should create, because NFT culture is a big deal in my opinion. Maybe something more exclusive. Start with 3 teams and kind of build that suspense and all that. So, in your opinion, if you're launching something,
you haven't explained. I think the audience they have no idea the context of what that means, bringing teams in. Have we even talked about this to the public yet? I don't even know if this is at all.
We didn't want to go to
something here. Is this like?
No. This is just the beef
Drop
thing.
the alpha.
We just wanted to kind of get people's take on
So we're not going to say what the teams will be. We're not. Okay, got it.
Yeah. But so if you're launching something, do you think, especially in the NFT community, this is a question for anyone, and guys, for you that have just joined up, All Roads Lead to Polygon, you just jump in whenever you want. You don't have to raise your hand. But are you going to get a bunch of teams together in season one to participate and kind of spread that awareness on something that you're launching? Or do you think that it might be more valuable to be more exclusive? Give us your take.
Well, and I think one thing we can say is it's a collaborative NFT ecosystem. So it's not like we're just saying, oh, how many projects should we ask to share a tweet or something? No, it's like they're going to be part of this collection in a way. And I guess we can't say what it is yet, but yeah.
So basically, when you launch, do you want to get as many partners as possible, or do you want to pick a select group of just core partners?
Hey, I want to jump off real fast and give and weigh in on both sides of this, because I think there's value in both, right? You can go broad, and what's old is new again, right? Marketing hasn't changed fundamentally in the last however many decades, right? So getting to achieve some kind of a foothold in the mass perception of people as either a luxury product, so exclusive and just an exclusive group of people, or something that's a little more work a day, right? We'll bring back that word. A little more work a day, something that's for everybody, something that's in that impulse buy range.
What?
And I think you can do either one.
That's the weirdest words, I swear to God.
It's great.
He made that one up, definitely.
I 100% did. I 100% did. I read it in a Scottish newspaper somewhere, and it just stuck. So work a day. You can go that route, or you can go luxury, right? You can go a little more basic or luxury. And that's going to depend, or that decision, I think largely is going to help you decide further whether or not you should launch with a more exclusive group of partners, or if you should go more broadly speaking. Now, I saw that you guys had gone up on the stage earlier, and they notoriously did a really widespread airdrop. And they did that to try to foster community within those NFT collections, right? Well, I think Kulo followed that up. They may even one-up them a little bit. I don't even know how many wallets it was or how many collections it was, but I think they went, do you guys get the number, right?
Yeah, it was a little shy under 39,000 wallets, and we really appreciate the framework that other tokens have set, and we wanted to make sure we followed that, and it was successful. It was a very successful roadmap, and I really appreciate the opportunity. And Seth, love your energy, man. You're a ball of fire this morning, man. I'm a little
He's on
scared
fire.
to jump on the mic with you, baby.
Hey, let me answer the question.
Always has a lot of energy. I don't know where he gets it.
Let me answer the question in a way people will understand. Do you want a lot of trashy Kulo or some high-end Kulo? So I think that would answer your question, Rock.
Quantity or quality? That's a good question. And I don't think it's an obvious answer. I really don't.
No.
If I want to add,
I think when you're starting something, you need to get traction, so as many partners as possible. Then once you get the traction, you go into more exclusivity.
So I think we got one vote for me.
I have a quite different opinion though here. I think if you manage to build an exclusive community of individuals who have built a trust in the space, that is very efficient, because then you start building a really good trust among people who at any moment can actually bring a lot of traction to you.
Can I say what the thing is, guys? Are we waiting? Is there?
Rock, I don't know if you can hear me because I'm kind of rugging. We also have a lot of people that still have to jump on the stage. Just to shout out some people, I'm just realizing here we have the Detorians in the audience. That's Big Nil, I believe, is behind that account. We also have Violetta, who is supposed to come up. So, and I think there's some other ones.
Yeah, we still have a ton of requests, a metric ton. Today has been I feel like this has been the most requests we've ever had. Maybe it's been the whole day. It's been like, around like 20 requests. We bring up people, we decline a bunch, and then it goes back up, and it's today's been crazy. And that's not including the 40 planned speakers.
Before you guys move on, then let me just quickly thank you for having me on stage. Thank you for inviting me again back early, several days in advance, to be in this space. Really means a lot that you guys do this. You're some of the best to do spaces, as you already know. Just really means a lot you guys had me here. It's a pleasure to see new projects like Kulo, brand new, fairly launched project on your stage. What a commitment to the community. Obviously, you guys are the real ones in Polygon, and everybody knows it. Stuff like this proves it. So just wanted to say thank you again. I'm gonna hop out, but appreciate it, guys.
When Kulo NFT.
Seth loves that Kulo.
Always have.
So I want to jump in here before we change topics because I've got something that's right on the head for this topic, and that's curating your support systems, right? So I've just pinned this up. So, I've been involved in the NFT ecosystem on Polygon for about a year, and we have been going about supporting everyone, right? Building as many partnerships as possible, but looking at how to prepare to take those resources and connections and turn it into action, right? And traction. And so what we've done is we've curated a targeted group of 20 NFT founders on Polygon, and that's known as the Foundation. So we'll be launching this on Monday, and we've had our artists do, the one who did my wizard has done bespoke one-of-ones for these 20 founders who have been proven, they've been consistent, they're advancing, social or technical aspects of the landscape, and to be able to feature them.
Did he get rugged again? Brandoff is rugged again.
Everybody's getting rugged today. I'm back. Can you hear me?
No.
Yeah, I think we just had like 100 people drop off of listeners, or 50 people or something. I think we got a bunch of rugs.
Yeah, and I think Brandoff is back because he's he looks like he's rugged.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Famous
by
Dill
the way, guys.
in the audience requested too. We got, oh my God, there's so many requests.
What in mid-sentence
By the way,
too?
guys, when do you have the show? Like weekly? Which days every week?
Every Friday. What's the UTC time, guys?
4 p.m.
4 p.m. I'm PST, so for me it's 8 a.m. PST every Friday with a different topic each week.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'd love to have you back, man. When you have we can get you on earlier and ask you some questions. You've got a lot of good insights. I know a lot of people in the industry respect your insights and look to you for knowledge, wisdom, etc., and entertainment.
We're all George, so definitely join us as well. And we have different space themes every week. Like last week was D-Pin. So some of them are more technical than others.
Kulo.
Oh no. I was like, I feel like someone's going to say something when I bring this up. But anyways, yeah, come join us, George. It's a great great way to meet the Polygon ecosystem from a different angle. But yeah, have we? Because I got rugged there for a second. Where were we with were we still going back and forth about Darren and my question, or should we introduce people?
Can we not talk about the NFT? We've been building this thing for almost a year, and we still can we say anything
when
about
we were
it?
away as tech, everyone just agreed that I was right and you were wrong.
Oh, okay. So when I got rugged, I thought that everyone was agreeing with me, and that's why I don't know. I thought maybe you just rugged me because you had told me beforehand.
No.
Okay, so
as just a kick you while you're down kind of deal.
So Aztec thinks more exclusive, and Darren is pushing for having more projects involved in this collaborative collection. My take is I see where you're coming from, Aztec, and I generally agree, except for the fact that Polygon this is like a broad Polygon type collaborative collection that QuickSwap is building, but it's for the Polygon community, just like this spaces. And most of the stuff we do is for Polygon. It's not for QuickSwap. But so I think that because Polygon is like the people's chain, and that's where our birth really was. If you guys remember, average trade size on Uniswap on Ethereum leading up to the last bull run was I think it was $20,000, and then our average trade size was $100 on QuickSwap, but we had literally at times I think 10 to 100 times more actual transactions than Uniswap. So it was really the people's chain. So for that reason, I would lean towards having more collaboration and more projects. But I also see the exclusivity thing, and you could do the most diehard, I guess, Polygon, maybe OGs and stuff being part of the collection, and then maybe add more in the next season, or in like 1.5 of the first season, whatever, something like that. Can I say what the thing is? Because we're just like talking about something people don't know what we're talking. I'm just gonna say one thing.
Yeah,
And I might
I
not
just
be
want to make sure
supposed to be
we,
saying this, but
yeah,
just
because like we haven't set up any of the marketing and everything, and it's yeah, alpha drop coming, but I also want to make sure that we get to everyone. I know you also have, because we want to introduce people.
man, they
We haven't
don't
heard
want
from
us to,
Violetta in a
they don't
long
want us to
time.
talk. I'm being
Yeah,
censored right now.
we haven't heard from Violetta in a long time. We got Ryder, my buddy, is on the stage here. So I just want to make sure we get to everyone, and then also I know you wanted to get to the community questions and start
Yeah,
reading
true.
through some of them. So
And
I feel like when we open
we're
it
out
up,
of
it
time.
might.
You're right. And I would like to
Yeah.
have Violetta play a song, maybe if we have time. We don't really have time. I wish she came earlier, but it would. We haven't heard a song from Violetta.
We
this year.
always have time for Violetta to sing a song.
If she will have us, we would love to have her.
Of course.
Yeah, you could take over if you want, Violetta. We will not stop you.
All right,
Like,
we'll talk about
and
this NFT thing next week. How about that? We'll talk about it next week. I'll just say that different projects will be able to create different attributes, and you'll be able to do quests on different projects around the Polygon ecosystem and earn parts and attributes of this collection. So it's meant to be this whole Polygon thing that all projects can participate in. I said it. You can't censor me. All right, Violetta, go ahead. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Yeah, it has been a while. Honestly, the start of the year was pretty crazy. It feels like it went so fast and like so much has happened already. And yeah, it's like basically January is over. But everything is good. I'm actually heading to Paris next month for NFT Paris, and I'm invited there by Polygon, actually, like the official Polygon team, to play at one of their events. So I'm
Wow.
for that. Yes. It's gonna be fun, and if anyone's out there, I think the event is on the 23rd in the afternoon. I'll definitely be posting some more information.
What month? February?
Yeah.
Hey, Cindy, want to go to Paris? Maybe we show up. We haven't been to Paris in a bit.
That would be amazing. Yeah, I think Polygon has a big presence this year over there.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Paris. Yeah. So yeah, they invited me and they're like, come over. So yeah, it's really nice. They're literally flying me out there just to play for them, which is awesome. So I'm super excited.
Nice. So, okay, sorry to rush you, but is it possible we could get a song? Because we still need to do community questions, and we only have 20 minutes, but we can't resist a performance from the Violetta herself.
I'm always in a rush. So yeah, don't apologize for rushing me. Absolutely. Let's do it. Let's just get right into it.
Could we? Am I being too much to request? What is the first song you ever played with us? I think it was Moonshot.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it? I don't think we've heard that in 8 months or something. Is it maybe possible we could hear that?
That's crazy. 8 months. Yeah, let's do it for sure.
Love that.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Purple hearts for Violetta, guys. Throw her some flowers.
Retweet the space.
Yeah. Thanks, whoever said that.
I would cross the universe and circle around the sun to find that little part of my heart I've never known. And I would give up everything. I would defy gravity, 'cause something's out there telling me I am not alone. And I would travel far and wide to reach my destination, fly among the stardust, realigning constellations. So fire up my rocket ship, I'm ready to risk it all, 'cause you and me are meant to be the moonshot of them all. watching out the window as the planets pass me by, sending out a signal, waiting your reply. I'm not afraid of loneliness, but you're the only thing I'd miss. So if you're there in the abyss, send me back a sign, and I would travel far and wide to reach my destination. Fly among the stardust, realigning constellations. So fire up my rocket ship, I'm ready to risk it all, 'cause you and me are meant to be the moonshot of the Thank you.
Let's freaking
Awesome.
go!
Love it. Purple heart. Definitely have
That
to
was
throw some purple
beautiful,
hearts.
Violetta.
Yeah.
I think I
Give
don't know
her a
about
follow,
I think I
everyone.
could probably speak for the audience, but that when you first played that, I think that was like when the Polygon audience first kind of fell in love with you. So yeah, cheers, Violetta. Thanks for always bringing a breath of beautiful fresh air to our spaces.
Definitely. And give her a follow.
Thank
She yeah, my bad, Violet. I was just gonna say you have you're also really fun to follow on Twitter. Like you're always just living life large, and you really ooze that I guess blockchain culture, and so yeah, very very interesting person as well. So definitely, guys, if you like good music and you want to support a great artist that's here living large with all of us, follow Violet.
And she's bringing music to the blockchain, and we talked earlier about royalties and how this changes the kind of way that artists that make NFTs can actually make money and sustain themselves in the world. I've heard from so many NFT artists, like on Dogechain and on Polygon, that they were artists for their whole lives but never found a way to monetize it. And now NFTs, like, they democratize the monetization of art. And the same thing for music, with Violetta launching her collections and doing quite well with them. You've had a lot of great success in these NFT music collections, and you do private, I think it's private concerts for your audience, or is it anyone? How does that work? Do they have to have an NFT,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Like, they have utilities. I went on a cruise in the Bahamas with some of my community members that had a utility to literally book me for a private show. And I went, like, they were going on a cruise with their family, and yeah, I went with them and played on the ship. And yeah, it's super cool. Like, as an artist myself, earlier when you were talking about digital ownership, like, I feel like that's already happening, like with music, you have digital consumption but no digital ownership, which is something we used to have physical ownership, right? Vinyl and stuff. And now you can have that on the blockchain. I love what Loudmouth said, the Ferrari analogy. Like, you can't, drive your Ferrari to a meeting in Dubai, but you can be on a Zoom call with your Ferrari PFP or your Bored Ape PFP. It's the same thing,
I think
right?
that was George, but yeah, go on.
Oh, was
That
it?
was the
Okay.
lube man.
No,
The
it
lube
was
man
me.
said it.
It was me.
Right. Well, I love the Ferrari analogy because I love Ferraris. But anyway, so that's really why I'm here. But no, I'm joking. But no, I mean, yeah, with music, you have physical ownership with vinyl, and you have digital borrowing. Like, you can just streaming it, which means you don't own it. But when you have a music NFT, you finally have digital ownership again of music. So I really think that that's revolutionary. I'm a blockchain maximalist, pretty much. So, yeah.
Think about, like, your favorite artist. Think about if you were like an older person, or I mean, Cindy and I have seen, like, Ringo Starr and Paul McCartney, but we never got to see John Lennon. He was dead. I think around the time I was born. But imagine if you were like someone who went to a Beatles concert or went to, you know, whatever your favorite. Think right now of your favorite artist, the person that makes you get the most emotional or the most worked up or whatever, your favorite artist. And now imagine they put out a 10,000 either PFP or like some other kind of maybe a proof of attendance to one of their concerts. And you, let's say you had like, you know, a proof of attendance to Woodstock, you know, that you can people could see when they visit your either Twitter or your metaverse, or, you know, the whole world is going to go kind of metaverse over time, and you'll see so much more digital. Maybe you're in a Zoom meeting and someone can click your profile. You know, when you're on a Zoom meeting with someone, they can click your profile and see like your whole digital identity, and one of the things they can see is that Woodstock concert ticket, or that you know, you own 100th of Violetta's, you know, special fan collection, you know, or Radiohead, or whatever your favorite, you know, Led Zeppelin or something. I think that's really magical, and it's like me and Cindy, we do hold on to concert tickets. They're all becoming digital now, which kind of, and they're not NFTs. Well, some are now. They're finally doing it, but it kind of sucks when we get digital. Like I'm a weirdo that in the airport, when we're at the airport and we're running late, I always stop and I'm like, hey, I want a paper copy of my you know, airplane ticket. But if I had an NFT of it, I wouldn't need that, because then I can keep those as memories, you know. So anyways, okay, we got to get to community, guys. We're out of time here. I tried to get the community going at 30 minutes till, but we'll do some community questions and shout outs now. And so if you have any questions, throw them in the comments. We probably won't get through all of them, but we'll try. Let's see. Someone says, where are the art on Polygon NFTs? Not sure what that means. I mean, all NFTs are art, but maybe he means what we were talking about earlier, like traditional kind of more high-end art. Let's see. 2 Cent Timmy says, my Lord of the Rings table. Whoa, that's really cool, man. Are you serious? You own that? That is so cool. He has like an old, it looks like a map of Middle Earth with Gondor and Rohan. Wow, that's so cool, dude. What a nerd. I love it. Michael Ionita, I saw him in the request, but we didn't get him up from DAP Radar today. Michael is like one of our favorite people. Maybe he had to go before we saw him, or maybe there was just too many people. But anyways, I see Boomerang said, good morning, DGens. Rogue Bunnies, which is here now. We haven't introduced because we're running out of time, but that's Playmates Gone Rogue. That's probably, is it Victoria? It's with a V, right? You're on the space, so you can tell.
Yes, it's me. It's Victoria.
Hey, Victoria. Yeah. So I'll quickly say what you guys are, since we don't have a whole lot of time. But yeah, they're like 70 or 90 Playmates that are doing NFTs now, which is really cool. Okay, so let's see. We have ec.io, who was on the space today, actually saying GM Polygon. We have Loudmouth said, you got to get this Karate Combat Mickey Mouse. That's actually pretty cool. Why is he drooling, though?
Because he just got punched in the mouth.
Oh, okay. Goob says, GM friends, check out the Gotchi Brothers podcast with Aztec. Is that real?
Yeah.
Aztec, are you going to be on a Gotchi Brothers podcast?
Yeah, they interviewed me on Wednesday. They were saying the interview was going to come out soon. So if it's already out, I got to make a post about that. So I'll get it out to everyone soon. It's kind of just about my take on the industry and I guess my start in blockchain. So
nice, very cool. I'll have to check that out for sure. We got Jared says, Aztec's got a cute culo. A lot of Aztec love today. And GM friends, we've got.
I'm just kidding.
Watch out. Almost gonna kick his ass. West Toad FDC says, nice culo. Ream Trader says, blah, 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 blah. Okay. T-Bird.eth says GM Dragons. Kpapa.xyz says GM Polygon. Oh, that's really cool. It's like a Rick and Morty donate on Give ETH. Crypto Rick and Corgi Studio Phase 1 Mint live. It's I love Rick and Morty, so anything with Rick and Morty.
Ryder's actually here from Corgi Studios. What is that? What is that about? Real quick, bro, because Rock's going through the comments. But
yeah, just
have like a
30
20
seconds, real quick, please.
Yeah, it's a project that he's launched and he launched it with us here on our Do It To Yourself launch pad at Corgi Studio. And yeah, I think he's got a couple tokens that also kind of correlate with the project itself. But it's yeah, it's pretty much a Rick and Morty, or cryptic Rick homage. So
Nice. Love
Good
Rick and
time.
Morty. If anyone hasn't seen it, you are totally missing out. It's such a unique show. And if you like weird, like intellectual games, like thinking about alternate universes and things like that, Rick and Morty is such a cool one. It's pretty vulgar too, if you like
For
that or don't.
anyone leaving comments in the comment section, Rock is basically the embodiment of Ron Burgundy. So if you want to write something on that teleprompter, he will read it.
That's fun. Dab Atola says he says Kulo expert wait, he made a okay, this is obviously photoshopped, but it's the US Securities and Exchange Commission saying if you're considering an investment involving crypto assets, buy Kulo ETF approval imminent. And it looks like it's from the SEC. Obviously fake, but funny. We got Cheech Chong says, oh, that's an ad, sorry. The hardest artist says available now on Art NXS as 1-to-1. Oh, those are pretty cool. That's actually looks like some legit art. That's pretty cool. Like kind of modern art. It's like a demon with a sword, and it looks kind of like water paint style. Okay, someone says Insomnia Lab says GM fam tuned in. Salute emoji. Impossible Artifacts says 18 generations of impossible artifacts are coming to Ordazar. Okay, I will stop and not read the full shill. Kenjilla, attention all devs, get your 40% mainnet built for devs. I don't know. Okay, go ahead and read that shill. Orium Network says GM Polygon. Poisonous Pinups LLC says been working on Polygon since the beginning, and then posted one of his tweets about how you can customize these NFTs that have some big boobs. Kind of cool, I guess. Poisonous Pinup says would love to do a giveaway. Okay, cool. I just read your tweet. Come reach out to the QuickSwap account. Producer Darren will work with you, and we'll give some of your booby NFTs away next week. Cypher with a 1 and a 3 says meet your alter ego. That's pretty cool, whatever that is. Cool art. Poisonous Pinups again says we love Polygon. Nick Sharma, that's an ad. Underdog.eth says add ZZZ Raz as speaker, please. Will Miller says 0x Polygons Labs is goated. Glad to be with everyone. Someone, I think these are Mandarin like symbols, says Gas Hero X Pet. Mr. EGLD says hi guys. Will Miller says whoa, what's going on? I feel like I'm in a Shrek film. Fantastic, I'm hyped. Okay, cool. I don't know what that means, but I'll take it. Cindy sometimes says I look like Shrek. I'm just kidding. Actually, she has said that, but Crypto Rocky, he funny, someone says. Oh, thank you, Jackie Nguyen. Someone posted a meme of Kim Kardashian holding up a cone, and this is Guy1.e says, let's cone. Revsvan says, the only art on NFT on Polygon are the Smoofs. Someone talking about Kulo, how Kulo is going to like reinvigorate the Polygon ecosystem, or he says a huge catalyst, yada, yada. I'll read just a couple more. GM QuickSwap, I'm here repping Cone and all my fellow Cone heads. More SpongeBob meme of Bitcoin. You can check it out. Mr. J from I don't know what those are. They're dog NFTs. I've seen them. Are those on Doge Chain or is that a Doge Ordinal? Oh, speaking of, we didn't talk about Ordinals today very much, but even though that was in the title, but actually the next space is going to be with Doge Chain, layer 2 of Polygon and layer 2 of Doge, is going to be about Doginals and Ordinals in general. So if you guys want to talk more about NFTs in the context of Doginals, we'll be talking about it there. All right. We did it, guys. We got done with those with 4 minutes to spare. We can introduce maybe quickly.
Hey, I don't know if you know it, but you got the famous Deal in the audience, and he's the first person to ever put music on NFTs.
Yeah, he played for, we threw the biggest party at Consensus in 2000 and either 18 or 19. it's actually where I met Sandeep from Matic, and when we started working with Polygon, and we threw this crazy party, and Famous Dill was like shirtless on top of the bar, going crazy. The audience, it was a three-story party we threw. We had everyone there, like huge crypto people, and it was a crazy nutty party. And Famous
Legend.
Dill was performing there. He actually performed on one of our Twitter Spaces recently. He like played one of his songs and kind of half sung over it and stuff. But yeah, it's cool that he says that party was actually like I forget his words, but like
You're muffled, Rock.
oh, I think my finger was over the mic. Is it good now?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, he said that party was like the first. That was a Lunar Digital Assets party, and he said that was the first party that like really got him kind of the first time he performed and went big with crypto stuff, because he was already doing music before that, but this was like when he really got deep into the crypto music scene, and that was the everybody's probably heard the song. Is it like it's something Belfort? It's like Wolf of Wall Street.
Jordan Belfort.
Jordan Belfort. Yeah, it's a good one. YouTube it. It's actually a really funny and good song. It was really trending in crypto in like 2018 or 19 or something. Really went big. But yeah, cool. Dill is requested. I mean, we could get him up, but we're ending in a few minutes here. Dill, if you want to come to the next show, we're gonna have the Doge chain, and it's gonna be all about ordinals and doginals. If you want to come and talk there, would love to have you, Dill. You're awesome. I see also Fidgetal in the audience. He's great. Would love to have you too. West Toast FTC's requested. If you want to join there, Wooly the Mammoth. There's a
West
ton of
Coast is good.
requests. Sorry, guys.
So we actually
West Coast is
closed up
awesome.
early. Rock, today we could actually just start having people say goodbye, maybe closing thoughts, so you can actually get to the Doge chain space early this time.
Yes, sir. And then we'll quickly, once everyone says goodbye, we will do a little bit more shout outs for audience from not from the comments. We'll just shout out people that are in the audience, especially ones giving emojis that have been here the whole time. Go ahead, guys. Say goodbye. All panelists. Sorry, we're rushing through everything. We're just trying to be on time for once. We're never on time to the next show.
We're DJs. We're always right on time.
Like wizards.
It's been a great show, guys. Thanks for holding this and giving Polygon NFT Prod to talk to your community. But really,
Yeah,
Thank you.
Brandoff, you were great,
enjoyed
man,
it.
during the Coliseum segment and for the rest of the show. It was great having you. You got to come more often.
Thank you, guys. It was a great show. And since you mentioned this is a free space and we need to support the community and have giveaways for every single activity right now on Gnocchi platform, you will have an airdrop. And go ahead and please vote and support the artists, vote for the fashion challenges and get airdrops. Thank you and have a great evening, morning, day, wherever you are.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to QuickSwap and the LDA team, Aztec and Rocky. You guys are amazing for putting on these spaces, and for everything that you guys do for the community. It's absolutely awesome and warming and welcoming. And yeah, I just want to give a shout out to everybody who's down here with the Corgi fam. You know, we got Corgi West Toast, Zen Doodle. I know we've got Bad NFT with the NFT Unity, PBL, Miss Metal, Renegade, Boo Boo, I See You, the Boring Apes down there. Definitely love having you guys here. And yeah, I just wanted to say that West Coast and I have actually collaborated together to bring Mondays with a cross-chain collaboration. It's called the Matic Monday. So yeah, be sure you're following West Coast. And if you guys want to join us on Matic Mondays, I believe that's 9 a.m. PST. So thank you, Rocky. Thank you, Aztec. And thanks, Darren. Appreciate it.
Yeah, shout out to you too, bro. I see you with Corgi Studios and helping people out. You're also very supportive of QuickSwap. So yeah, much love to you too, bro.
We
Well,
threw
yeah.
a Crypto Monday. So if anybody knows the brand Crypto Mondays, they're all over the world in many cities. They've grown a lot over the last, I don't know, 7 years plus, whatever. But we threw a Matic Monday. Sandeep came, Anurag, one of the co-founders of Polygon, came, and that was in Los Angeles. We threw this Matic Mondays meetup with Crypto Mondays like 4 or 5 years ago. So cool to see people having a Matic Monday. Carry on the legacy.
Thank you
Yeah,
guys
man.
for having me. And just want to give a quick shout out to QuickSwap. Make sure that you're following them. Hit the little bell beside their name so you can get notifications, know when it's up. Do the same thing for Rock. And shout out to Polygon, Kulo, Rogue Bunnies just dropped on Ordinals, and Deal, Violetta. I see Crypto Grady down there, Josh, West Toast. Let's frickin' go, baby.
Hey, appreciate the opportunity as well from the Kulo family, and we look forward to sponsoring next. We'll step up right now and let you know we want to sponsor as soon as possible.
Well, we don't take sponsorships, but you can give something to the audience. That would be great if that's what you mean.
Perfect. That's what I mean. I appreciate it,
Yeah.
guys.
Hell
Yep.
yeah. We love that. Yeah,
Yep.
we never take payments, but yeah, we want to keep the show as organic as possible. Not that taking payments is, I'm not against that, by the way. Like, you know what Seth was talking about. And other shows, they make good money at it and they can get, you know, they could use that for marketing, whatever, cool. But we just think should be really community run, just like how QuickSwap has always been. We gave 97% of the supply for Quick to the community, and we want to keep that going. And that's kind of the Polygon ethos to me in a way. But okay, cool. Did everyone say bye?
Hey, are you going to pin the next space that everybody's going to up in the
Yeah,
top?
yeah. Pin it, Darren, for us, please. While we say
Thanks for having me on.
the outros, and people could start flowing over there, and we'll continue the fun, continue the party. The
Yeah,
last,
if you guys
by the way,
want to do the
last
free
week.
giveaways, let me know. If you guys want to do the free giveaways, just hit me up. I'd love to do it.
Yeah, poisonous
Yeah,
pinups.
poisonous
Cool.
pinup. Hit up Darren from the behind the QuickSwap handle, so you guys could have that conversation. That'd be cool. We'll shout you out on one of the future spaces.
I
I'm
appreciate
sure
it. I'll head over to the
Darren will
Dogecoin one
reach
too.
out to you.
If anybody wants to do a giveaway, DM QuickSwap, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. Yeah, we give it all to the community. We've done we've given away a lot of our own like tokens and some NFTs and all kinds of stuff too. Yeah, we actually spend a lot of money to build this show out, and we don't make anything from it. We just try to do it for the community. But it's a great connector. You know, we meet so many people. So it don't get me wrong, it benefits us also. You know, our brands and things. So I don't want to make it seem like it's like totally charity, but you know, we don't get paid for it. But it is, you know, it's great to get to know everyone in the Polygon community more intimately. Okay, cool. Anyone else need to say bye? Okay, I'm gonna read out some. So we'll get that in the jumbotron. Well, by the way, last week
It's already up there.
Ordinals. I can't believe. I don't know why no one's talking. I guess Ordinals maybe they're not as exciting here on Polygon. I mean, there are Ordinals on Polygon and on a lot of EVM. Okay, I'm gonna give my take. Is that EVM? I don't think Ordinals are that exciting, but like because you already have smart contracts. I guess the argument is that the art is actually fully on chain instead of on IPFS server with the link. That is an important thing. I like that, but to me, ordinals are much more interesting on like Bitcoin, Doge, you know, maybe Litecoin stuff, Monero, stuff like that. On EVM, it's less exciting, but apparently people don't give a shit because they're huge on, you know, AVAX. They're pretty big on Polygon. They're big on Solana. They're big on a bunch of chains. So apparently people just love this ordinals. Like it's just like a niche, weird thing where you own this block space. But last week we had we had like 650 live people on the Doge chain space because it was all about Doginals and Ordinals. And we're going to have a lot of those people back right now. We're going to have a lot of new people in the Ordinal space to debate the whole, you know, what I was just talking about. You could debate that. You could debate whether you think Ordinals are good for Bitcoin or not, whether, you know, because they clog up the blockchain, but they're making miner revenue and security stronger. So there's a lot of pros and cons. Yeah, so we'll be talking all about this stuff.
I got a technical question on ordinals. Since Bitcoin is limited supply and it's inscribed on a Bitcoin, or is that so many going to be able to be inscribed, and then there's not going to be any more room for that? Or
no, because there's new blocks, a new, you know, one, there's a new block every 10 minutes, right? And there will be for eternity. So there'll always be space. The problem is people bid for that space. And if you're bidding for that space and like, let's say Bitcoin becomes a settlement layer for banks, which I think it is going to be, and we're already starting to see Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to become settlement layers. They won't be the main where you do your activities. They will be for layer twos to settle to, for banks to settle to, for side chains to settle to, etc. They won't be for you to buy cups of coffee or for you to, you know, trade NFTs or like do DeFi on, unless you're a mega whale. And it's just gonna, like, we're already seeing that to some extent, and it's gonna get way crazier as these things grow because Bitcoin and Ethereum have chosen not to scale very much at the base layer. They're choosing to scale on the upper layers. So yeah, we could talk more about that on the next space. So it's a great question. Let's carry it over there. Okay, gonna do quick audience shout outs. You could in the Jumbotron, guys, is the Doge Chain space. You could start flowing over there.
Hey, the one that you pinned up is a recording.
Darren?
That space.
Yeah, that space ended.
Did it rug? It probably rugged. Okay, Darren, could you research that? I'm going to start shouting out audience members. If you want a special shout out audience, I'm just going to read through them. But if you really want to shout out, give some thumbs up or hearts or something, and I'll catch you easier because we have like 500 people. But we got Shirley Lowe, we've got Avino YT, we've got Corgi Studios, we've got
I put the right
MetaRai.
one up there. I got the active one up there now.
Thank you. We've got Pete Schroeder from Circle, which, by the way, I am loving the Coinbase. For those who don't know, I just found this out. You can sell USDC on Coinbase to your bank account, 0 fees, and you could get like the full treasury bond rate of 5.1% holding your USDC on Coinbase. I'm not recommending you do that because that's not self-custody, but very interesting. I'm just using it to cash out for free, which is pretty cool. I was getting rugged by crypto.com at 3% to cash out stable. So that's a huge one. Yeah, Pete Schroeder in the audience. Good to see you. We've got Glypher, Art NXS, LIQ. We've got Sarah P130. We've got Miguel Sanchez World, seen you in the spaces quite a bit. We've got Lazy Eyes 777 following me. I followed you back. We've got MBDM Crypto, which is Bouncer Marshall or Dark-Hearted Bouncer Marshall. We've got Tawage. We've got Rainbow, legendary QuickSwap ambassador. We've got Patrick, always supporting. Love to see you, man.
Patrick.
Zendoodle.e.
Also,
Patrick and
yeah,
Half.
Jared. Doge Chain is also here with us right now. Yeah, just to shout out a couple that I'm seeing rock. So we have
that's someone called Doge. That's not Doge Chain. That's Doge Chain Maxi or Doge Lord or whatever. But yeah, the Doge Chain should be in the other space because they're hosting.
Got it. That's
Go
great.
ahead.
Yeah, that confused me for a second. Yeah, and so shout out to a lot of the Corgi crew that's in the audience here, and Jared and the Avagachi crew that's here. T-Bird Goobs is in the audience. There's some Drugged Huskies in the audience. Shibs is here from Drugged Huskies. Exodus Wallet, German Bombshell, Crypto Vixen. There's a couple there that I just wanted to shout out, Rock.
Shout them out. I got to run to the other space, guys. I'm always late. And I look like an asshole.
Space rug again.